Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 359. Joshua Baez makes history at Wrigley. I'm Nick. We have Harrison tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. How we doing?
Good. That Baez thing was wild. We'll jump into that, but my goodness, I don't think you can start a career any better than that.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous, pretty absurd. But as we say all the time, like there's always like some new piece of history being made like every week around baseball.
Seems like every night at this point, but whatever. All right, we'll get into it. But first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you're doing any shopping with these companies, please use our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. If you search Rounding 3RD Baseball, we got a whole bunch of stuff there. Our new logo's on there. Our quote-unquote retro logo is still out there if you like that one. So just check us out. Great way to get our name out there and to also support the show. So check out Rounding Third Baseball on Etsy. All right, let's get into this one first. Unfortunate news. Tommy John passed away at the age of 83. I mean, this guy should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to run down his stats real quick, but I think he should be in. We got a 61.6 career WAR. That's double Harold Baines. 288 and 231 win-loss record. 3.34 ERA. 4,710 in a thirds innings pitched. I mean, come on now. 2,245 strikeouts, 4-time All-Star, 2-time Cy Young runner-up, and then obviously we know about the elbow reconstruction, and it's all named after him. What is baseball waiting for? This guy should be in Cooperstown. From his stats alone, let alone the elbow stuff.
Yeah, we've gone over this one a few times on the show. I mean, stats alone, it's a pretty compelling compelling Hall of Fame case. And then you throw in the, being the pioneer of that surgery and what that's done to baseball and how many careers it's extended. I mean, he was kind of the guinea pig to what has now become the ultimate surgery to allow pitchers to rebound when they've got elbow issues. So it seems like both statistically on the field, but the impact he's had on the game through being that guinea pig on the surgery front should be more than enough to put this guy into Cooperstown. It's hard to say he hasn't made a lasting mark on the game when we use his name like 20 times a season, talking about the surgery guys are getting.
20 times, maybe 20 times a night, his name comes up on every broadcast. Oh, he keeps throwing this hard. It looks like Tommy John.
Yeah,
or,
true.
Oh, he's leaving with arm discomfort. And hopefully it's not Tommy John. Like, other than, the obvious Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, like this guy's name, I would say probably gets mentioned the most out of anybody in baseball history, especially nowadays. Would you agree with that?
I mean, there's teenagers that know Tommy John. I mean, they know him because of the surgery, but they know who he is. I mean, this guy, generation after generation, he's going to have a name that everybody knows because of the impact of that surgery. I mean, it's just when it comes to like, household names, this guy is one of them.
Yeah, even tennis players are like, oh yeah, I'm going in for Tommy John. Like it's not tennis elbow, like I'm going in for the Tommy John surgery. It's essentially the same thing, but like, I mean, what are we even waiting for here?
It's a bit mind-boggling to me that the case isn't so obvious to everybody else who has the ability to put him in the Hall of Fame, because it's so big. And like I look at the, he was supposed to go to the Yankees old timer game and he sent the message basically kind of like, sorry, I won't make it. I'll miss you all. And everybody kind of read that as, oh no. And obviously then we get the news that he passed, but like just his impact on the game was so big that like it was news that he wasn't coming to the Yankees, the Legends game.
Right.
he is a much bigger figure in baseball than he gets appreciation for.
I just if these stats don't get you in, I don't know what does. You're almost a 300 game winner. 4,700 innings pitched is wild after the elbow stuff too. Like I mean, I and just the surgery. I don't get this one. He needs to be in. I'm sure Veterans Committee will pick this guy up at some point, but he probably should have been in when he was eligible at first. I don't get this one. Highlight says, yeah, I think he and Dr. Job should have a Hall of Fame plaque together. I just, God, man, I don't understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, he's a guy that pitched. I mean, he pitched a lot of years. I mean, 26 years in the big leagues, threw a ton of innings. Yeah, he gave up a ton of hits. He gave up a ton of runs. He had some seasons that were pretty awful. He had some seasons that were great. But on the balance, this is a guy who pitched for 26 years. He started 700 games.
Yeah, yeah.
700 starts. I mean, it's I don't get it.
No. Eric, you just might become a show legend with this one. You were at Jamie Moyer's debut. That's incredible.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty dang incredible. And Greg says, for me, the qualifications for the Hall of Fame is, can we tell the story of the game without mentioning them? He makes it even on that front for me, even if his numbers were significantly worse. Yeah, you cannot tell the story of baseball without this guy. And I would even say in the last 35, 40 years, he's become the most important figure in baseball because of what he brought. I don't get it. I really don't.
I mean, we probably say his name more than any active player today.
Easily.
Over the course of a season. It is wild.
I mean, how many times on this show have we said his name? Not even necessarily talking about him, but like
at least once every episode, if not several times.
Yeah, it's wild. This guy needs to be in, but sad day for baseball. Passed away. Tommy John passed away at the age of 83. All right. Let's get to Joshua Baez. This dude, like I said at the top, I don't think you can come onto the scene any bigger than this. I mean, first player ever to hit 3 home runs in his first 3 MLB at-bats. His first one was on the very first pitch. He only hit it about 449. I mean, absolute tank to dead away center. Dead center, whatever. That's the term I was looking for. You're welcome.
Straightaway center, dead center.
Yeah, I mixed them together. Whatever.
Two for the price of one, Nick.
Yep, exactly. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And sorry, Cardinals, but yeah. And then we pulled the second one into the left field bleachers for homer number 2, and then takes an outside changeup and deposits it in the right field bleachers. 3 homers, 3 different pitches, 3 locations, and 3 sets of players' equipment on. I don't know if you saw that, Harrison.
I didn't.
So he got to the show, and his cleats were dirty, his batting gloves were torn up, and Blaze Jordan goes, "Oh, no, buddy. No, you don't. You got to look good to feel good to play good." So he's wearing Blaze Jordan's cleats. He's wearing another player's batting gloves, and he just goes in there. So Cooperstown wanted his cleats, and he goes, "Well, they're not mine to give away." And they're like, "Well, what do you mean?" And they're like, "They're Blaze Jordan's cleats." So, yeah. So kind of crazy there. But anyways, I know it's one game, but if this is a sign of what is coming for the Cardinals, the league better be ready. Because man, oh man, you got Weatherholt, you got Baez now. What else has that Cardinals farm system got for the league?
Well, I think more impressive is, I mean, yeah, 3 home runs in your first 3 bats is pretty impressive, but I think more impressive is how he hit them. I mean, first one's fastball up and away. He just rakes it just to the left of dead center. Next pitch, I want to say, was it a fastball in that he turned on and yanked to left?
It was a slider. There was three different pitches.
That's right. It was a slider. That's right. It was kind of backed up, and he crushed it. And then he sat back on the changeup and just kind of whacked it to right. I mean, this was a kid that was managing the locations and velocities like a 10-year pro in his very first game. And that first one, the contact was loud. I mean, the whole ballpark knew that thing was gone. But even the one to right, like the way he waited on that thing and then shifted his weight and then just basically drove through it. I mean, he looked like a really experienced veteran up there. And I will say the video of the Memphis Redbirds, that where he came from? Is that the AAA team of the Cardinals?
Yeah.
The video of those guys watching him hit the home runs and how crazy their clubhouse was going, watching him hit it. It was really cool to see the guys down in the minors just like freaking out, excited for him. But I mean, that was an incredibly impressive feat. The at-bats themselves were very impressive, how he handled the at-bats, between the nerves, being in Wrigley, the history, like that's a lot to take in right out of the gate. And he handled it like it was no big deal.
Yeah. That was ridiculous. 450 first pitch. I mean, insane. So he joins like an elite list to homer on the first pitch he's ever seen in his major league career. And then how did the same pitcher get to face him 3 times? Forrest asked. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I think he was the only runs he provided at that point, but still, yeah, crazy. Silix is honestly not surprised because this dude has been talked about in the minors as being as strong as a young Stanton, but with better spray around the field. This kid is massive. Like I was blown away by how big this dude was. He looks like a big leaguer. Like, it's pretty insane how big this dude is.
Yeah, he looks like he's been around.
Yeah, he's already better than Javi Baez. Well, that's not tough, but yes, I get it.
Yeah, John Temple. He's 6'3", 220. I mean, he's not like a huge guy, but he looks big. Like he is built. He's a strapping guy.
Yeah.
And he just gets up there and the bat speed he generates is the whip he had on that bat on the first home run was impressive.
Yeah. John Temple, if I did that, I'd walk around naked for a week. I'd be so stoked. But still, 3 homers in first 3 at bats. It's insane. Baseball history dork. He'll hit 486 home runs next season if he doesn't get injured. Man, absolutely crazy. I mean, this is not an easy feat. To be the first person in MLB history to do this is something wild. I think there was 2 other players. I found this stat kind of cool. 2 other players that have had 2 homers in their debut, and they were both in the Cardinals system.
That's wild.
One was a St. Louis Brown, and the other one, it was something like that. Let's see if I can find it again. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. What do you think about the future of this Cardinals team, though? You're seeing Weatherholt, you're seeing this guy. What are your thoughts? Are they ahead of schedule? Are they going to kind of fall back a little bit? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think they might be a little bit ahead of schedule because I think Heim made some trades in the offseason that kind of changed the timeline a little bit, but I think this is kind of what you thought. I mean, I know that Mozeliak gets a lot of crap from fans. He had done an okay job building up the minor league system. There is some talent there. They badly need some pitching, which I think Heim Bloom will help with. But I think you've got some talent in the farm system, some stability at the major league level. You can be competitive for the next couple of years while Heim continues to stockpile young players. And this is a team that in 29 and 30 could be dangerous.
Yeah. So it wasn't Cardinals that did it. There was something else in there that made it unique where it was only Cardinals. But we got Bert Campaneris, 2 homers in his debut. McCovey, Neiman, and McDonald. They were the St. Louis teams, the Browns and the Cardinals. Jose Fernandez did it earlier this year. I forgot about that with the Diamondbacks. Chase DeLauder on his in 2026, and Trevor Story with the Rockies. So that's the list. I have 2, and he just goes out and it's like, you know what? I'll just hit 3. Call it a day.
Yeah, 2. Come on, I got 3 here. Let's
crazy.
do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now he's 3 for 4 in his career, 3 home runs, 3 runs scored, 5 RBIs. He's slugging 3,000 with a 750 OBP and a 900 OPS.
How did he do today? Did he play
OPS
today?
Good question. I did not see what he did today.
Yeah, the third one to opposite field was most impressive to me. Yeah, I agree, Forrest, right? I mean, you
Crazy.
yank those two like you're supposed to, and then he just takes an outside pitch and does that. It's just absolutely insane. Oh, Ryan Taylor. Oh, you knew I was showing up for this story, boys. Yeah, of course. Cardinals coming to the front here. Of course, Ryan Taylor comes up, but rebuild is looking to be ahead of schedule. I want to start seeing added arms going into next season, and that's coming. I know we were talking about it off air, Ryan. Chaim Bloom's going to be fine. If he's got the position players coming, the arms are coming close behind. I have full confidence the Cardinals are going to be relevant sooner rather than later at this point.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It should only get better as they move forward.
Now this is the concern, right? This is the flip side of it, Scott. I hope fans don't get unrealistic expectations of the guy now, right? And that's fair. And also unrealistic expectations from himself, right? Because that can also be a thing where he goes up and he's like, man, I hit 3 in my first game. This is easy. When pitchers start to figure him out, what are we going to see? Right? When pitchers start finding the holes in his swing and in his game, which maybe he doesn't, I don't know, but the pitchers will adjust to him. How does Baez adjust to that? We'll see.
He was 0 for 5 with 3 Ks today.
0 for 5 with 3 Ks. So, but still, I mean, incredible debut out of Joshua Baez. Something we'll never see. I don't think we'll ever see broken. We'll see it tied, maybe. We'll never see 4 home runs on an MLB debut. Would that be insane?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what you do with Mason Wynn, Ryan. That's a good question. I mean, great defensively, offensively.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you do. It's hard to take 100-mile-per-hour arm off from shortstop.
Oh.
Like I said, elite defensively, but I don't know. I don't know what you do with Mason Wynn. Maybe you ship him out for a team that needs a shortstop for those arms that you need. I don't know. But yeah, you were thinking Tuffy Rhodes because he did it on opening day, Curtis. That's Tuffy Rhodes did it. Yeah. So yeah, he did it opening day, 3 home runs, but 3 on your debut is insane.
To get back to the Mason Wynn thing, though, I think the concern with Wynn is that he's showed kind of a steady offensive decline since coming up, and I think that's where I think the whole league's kind of watching, like what's happening here, because he came up looking so good, and then he has steadily declined in the last 2 years offensively. Defensively, he's still a stud. Offensively, he's still good, but he's not quite the bat they hoped he would be, and the K numbers continue to climb. He's striking out a lot.
Yeah. Silic says Wynn will be traded in a package to get pitching as long as these prospects keep hitting. And yeah, I'm with you. He's going to want a lot of money to be mediocre at the plate. Yeah. So I see the Cardinals kind of shipping him out when his time comes. But
yeah, I mean, you basically give the job full time to Weatherholt and find a way to package Mason Wynn into something else.
Yeah. But the Cardinals are too good of a franchise for them to be down for long, and man, it looks like they're coming back in a hurry. So good for them, and crazy to see history out of Joshua Baez yesterday.
Wild.
All right, speaking of more history, Max Muncy, we talked about it the other day that he tied the home run record. He now has the most career home runs at Dodger Stadium at 131, passes Eric Karros for most all time. I'll bring it up again. I know we talked about it just a couple shows ago, but where does this put him in Dodger lore? Is there a spot for Max Muncy?
I mean, there's going to have to be, and we talked about it last time. Is he's the rings, the appearances. He's been there a long time. He's piling up stats. He's been there since 2018. So he's made what, 4 World Series appearances with them? 5?
7. You said since when? 2000.
2018.
All right, so he missed the 17. So
He's
he
there at
went
18.
18, 20, and then all the other ones.
So yeah, so 4. So 4 World Series appearances, 3 wins. He's up. He's now on the home run leaderboard in a couple different varieties. I mean, the rest of his stat line is kind of meh, but he certainly has provided a spark, and also he's got some big postseason moments for them too. So I think he's one of those guys that, is he going to be on any sort of like top list? Probably not, but he's going to be a guy that everybody remembers.
Yeah,
because of the impact that he had. And yeah, he's going to be on. He's hit a bunch of home runs. He's had some postseason moments, but I think for him, it's not going to be the stat line. It's going to be the wins. It's going to be the run they've been on.
Yeah. Ryan, this is a fair question. How is it these two guys with all the names the Dodgers have had? It's kind of wild. I mean, yeah, but you look at the Dodgers like all-time greats, none of them are like, I would say, prolific power hitters.
Mm-mm.
But it also shows how hard it is. I mean, Dodger Stadium's a big stadium. Like, you got to get into one to get it out of there. So
yeah, that's a brutal ballpark.
Yeah, for power numbers. I mean, Shohei could easily pass this here at some point, but yeah, I mean, you just look at the all-time Dodger list, and the ones that were power hitters played in Brooklyn, some of their time. So this is just Dodger Stadium's home runs, but hard to believe Muncy has more Dodger Stadium homers than Garvey, Say, and Guerrero, etc. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I still don't picture those guys as prolific power hitters, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong for seeing it that way, but
no, I think when I think of the Dodgers, like, I don't think of power hitters. I think of guys who were, higher average, higher contact guys. Lots of guys that made careers out of just hitting doubles in the gap and running. A lot of, and a ton of pitching. I mean, the Dodgers history is full of pitchers.
Yeah. Curtis says, on my updated all-time Dodger team, Max is on the team on the bench. Ron Say is starting at third base, and that's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Max is a guy who's had a really good career who will be remembered, but statistically, he's not gonna jump on any of your all-time lists of Dodgers, but he's a guy that everybody's gonna remember.
Yeah. Greg says, I'm sticking with my take that anyone else from this era is going to be a teammate of Ohtani first before anything. And that's a fair point. Silix, all the Dodgers all-time greats are their pitchers. And you're not wrong. Koufax, Drysdale, Newcomb, Kershaw, right? I mean, you're not wrong. He's a Hall of Famer in my book for telling Bumgarner to get the ball out of the cove. Yes, Ryan.
That's still a classic moment.
So good. Ivan says, because of the postseason heroics, you could squeeze him in the top 10 of all time. The greatest Dodger players of all time, Jackie Robinson and a bunch of pitchers, even their managers have greater legacies. And that's also another fair point.
Well, and I think, not to sound like kind of dismissive of the Dodgers, but like, the Dodgers' history isn't spectacular. I mean, it really isn't.
Well, I would say the LA Dodgers history isn't spectacular. Yeah. Brooklyn, I know that I count them as both when we do our trivia, but when we're talking about Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, right? Snider played most of his time in LA in Brooklyn from 47 to 57 before they moved. So, and I don't know exactly how long Hodges was there.
Yeah, because you look at the Dodgers, they were dominant.
To 63.
Yeah, late 50s into the mid 50s to mid 60s, they were fantastic. In the 80s, they were really good. And then there's a lot of nothing until you get to 2020. They had these 3 waves, but in between, they're very kind of irrelevant in baseball during those times. It's a funny history. It's not a great history, but Max Muncy certainly carved out interesting place in it.
Yeah. Highlight says 131 doesn't seem like a lot. Didn't Sean Green have 48 homer season? Yeah, but not all 48 were at Dodger Stadium.
Yes,
That's
probably
the
30 of
difference.
those are on the road.
Right, 25 at Coors Field. He always seemed to tear that place apart. But yeah, and Curtis, I get this, right? But not many of them in Dodgers history, yes. So this is at Dodger Stadium. This isn't necessarily at Ebbets Field or anything like that.
Right.
This is just in Chavez Ravine. That's it. That's what this stat is. Yeah, they have the history, but again, to your point, I think a lot of it was in Brooklyn. The move wasn't necessarily as kind to the Dodgers offensively as they were in Brooklyn. The pitchers came out for sure,
right?
But
and not to pick on Zach Wheat, but Zach Wheat here, Hall of Famer, played for 19 seasons, 18 in Brooklyn, 1 in Philadelphia, 132 career home runs. A guy that was a high average, high contact guy. And when you look across their history, that's what it's full of. It's kind of high average, high contact guys. Not a lot of guys hit for a lot of power.
And I don't even think like the Dodgers hit like all-time hits leader is that much. I think the list is not impressive. Zach Wheat is at the top at 2,800. They don't even have a 3,000 hit guy in their history.
Yeah, they don't have a 400 home run guy in their history.
Right.
They've only got 2 guys to hit 300 or more.
Yeah.
Like it's a like I said, it's just not a super impressive history. I mean, Max Muncy is 9th all time in home runs with 190.
Right.
Matt Kemp is 7th with 203.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gil Hodges has the most home runs in Ebbets Field with 172. So even Brooklyn, not a lot of power. Right.
Right. It's not a, again, like I go back, I'm not being dismissive of the Dodgers, but like the history for the Dodgers isn't like spectacular.
Right. Yeah. Sean Green almost hit 50 twice, but then he hit like 20 or less the other 3 years. He's 3rd on the home run list as a Dodger. Right. And then he went other places. Then Sean Green was gone. So
yeah, Sean Green is 14th all time for the Dodgers with 162, tied with Andre Ethier.
Yep.
I mean, Raul Mondesi's 12th all time with 163.
Yeah. Highlight says top 5 at Dodger Stadium. Max Muncy 133, Eric Karros 130, Ron Say 123, Steve Garvey. Oh, sorry, said it wrong. Steve Garvey 118, and Matt Kemp with 117. Yeah, I mean, so I'm with you. They have an impressive history, but not an impressive history, if that makes any sense at all, right? I think they've had some incredible talent on their teams, but when we're thinking power numbers, when we're thinking all-time hits, they don't really have it. Their history is on the mound.
Yes.
That's it. Their history is on the mound.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. It's been more pitching. Offensively, this is not a team that was ever really that scary.
Yeah. Some great players, some great talent. Not saying that they're slouches, right? But just when you look at the all-time stats that we look at, right? Hits, home runs, RBIs, like they just don't necessarily have the accumulation of them. Pitching stats, that's something else, right? That's a different story. So,
yep. Yeah, and a team that's won 27 pennants and they've turned that into 9 World Series. That's a lot of World Series appearances to lose in.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, more small ball, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, I agree.
And honestly, like at a stadium like Dodger Stadium, that stadium sets up great for guys that are line drive gap hitters. It's not built for power hitters.
No. Yeah, Silic says it's crazy that the Dodgers of all teams weren't known for power and every other team can name at least one player. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Dodgers suck. Ben's saying now they're good and still suck. But yeah.
I find it amazing to me the history of the Dodgers. You only have 2 guys to hit 300 or more career home runs. Only 2.
Yeah. Crazy.
Just seems crazy to me.
Yep. Pretty wild. But congrats to Max Muncy. Really glad to see that it was pretty much just the glasses. Like he hadn't lost it, he just couldn't see anything. Since the glasses, man, he's been pretty solid for the Dodgers and kept them relevant this year, and some big skids that they've had as well. So,
and what's also cool is Eric Karros was on the call for it too. So Eric
yeah,
Karros got to make the call of Max Muncy passing him.
yeah. Which I'd be like, Joe Davis, just take the mic. I don't want him to pass me. Yeah, but pretty cool. All right, Aroldis Chapman hits the 40-inning mark to trigger the vesting option for next year. Has this resurgence this year helped his Hall of Fame case, Harrison?
I mean, no. I think the answer is no, because he's not a good guy. So he's not going to get voted in. It's one of those, I feel bad saying it, but it's one of those things where it almost doesn't matter what he puts up for stats. He's so disliked by the media and he's got so much baggage in his history. I don't see a path to the Hall of Fame for him. Statistically, he's going to break the 400 save mark. Like, he should be a Hall of Famer, but I don't think he will be, because of the baggage that comes with him and the fact that he's kind of a dirtbag. And I think because of that, his path to the Hall of Fame is going to be blocked.
Now, I will kind of play devil's advocate a little bit, right? Early on in his career, he was exactly what you're saying. It seems like he has turned it around. From everything in the Red Sox clubhouse, they say this guy is an incredible teammate. Like, he does whatever he needs to do to make sure he's on the mound. He helps people out in the bullpen. Like, he's constantly talking with everything. Like, the Red Sox love him. And maybe he's just finally found a fit for him. And it's motivating him to stay on the field, stay healthy, do what he needs to do. Because, I mean, the last time we've seen Aroldis Chapman like this was, his first 6 years in Cincinnati when he came up?
Yeah, I mean, it was really when he kind of hit his stride in Cincy.
I mean, he's been pretty untouchable. Yeah, he's had a couple that, he's let up, but, like, his stuff is disgusting this year.
Yeah.
So, he's going to be in Boston next year, right? Because he triggers it's a mutual option. I'm sure both are going to pick it up because of the season he had. And why wouldn't you have still an elite closer? I think he has turned it around in the back half of his career enough to possibly be considered for the Hall. It might not be first. It might be a Billy Wagner, right? Where 8th to 10th year on the ballot, we might get in. But if we crack the 400 save mark, I think it's time to consider. But I get it.
I mean, for me, it's the domestic violence case. It's the gun stuff. Like, his off the field stuff is bad.
It's not great.
No, his time with the Yankees was just a disaster. Well, I guess it was kind of early with the Yankees was kind of a disaster. Then he kind of figured it out and came back a little bit. But it's, to me, I think that's what people are going to look back at. They're going to remember the Aroldis Chapman of, kind of 2015, 16, 17, when he was, he did a lot of really stupid stuff, and proved that he was kind of a dirtbag. And a lot of people won't, and the fact he did it in New York makes it even harder. More people were paying attention to it and saw it. I think Aroldis Chapman's been a model member of the Red Sox. I mean, they showed a video of him the other day. It was 5.5 hours before first pitch, and he's down the right field line doing his agility drills. He's the only guy in the friggin' ballpark. It's him, a trainer, and the strength and conditioning guy. He's the only guy in the ballpark working out by himself in the outfield. It's 89 degrees. He's sweating. He's sweating in the afternoon for a night game, because his whole thing was like, my power comes from my legs, and if I don't go out there every single day and maintain these legs, I won't pitch like I know I can.
Right.
Like, he's been a model ball player for the Red Sox. I think, unfortunately, he made some really stupid decisions, earlier in his career that I think are going to follow him around for a long time. But for his on the field performance, I think he's to me, he should be a Hall of Famer. Is he a first ballot? No. But is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think because of the track record off the field, and
he's not.
the really bad stuff he did, they're gonna say no thanks, we're all set.
I don't want to dive deep into this Hall of Fame stuff, but I hate that, man. It's the dumbest thing ever. Like, if this guy was incredible on it's short of murdering somebody, right? Like, I want it to be about baseball. Tell the story of baseball. This dude was absolutely disgusting for 20 years. I mean, yes, rough stretches. Sorry, Curtis and Ivan. I get it, right? But one of the best closers of all time, one of the best relief pitchers. He has the most strikeouts as a relief pitcher ever in the history of the MLB. But the off the like, I mean, whatever it is. We'll move on. We don't need to get into this, but yeah.
Like,
anyways,
I
he'll be back as a Red Sox next year. Is my main point.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be back with the Red Sox next year. You know, he'll certainly get over the 400 save mark. You know, maybe he might even be approaching like 430, 435 next year. He is making a hell of a statistical case for the Hall of Fame. And honestly, like, I feel like he's gotten better as he's gotten older. And there's probably something to be said for that. You know, he knows how to do it. He knows how to take care of his body. He knows what it takes. I mean, this guy finished 7th in the Cy Young voting last year as a closer at 37. He knows how to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to move on to the Yankees. Got a couple things here. Aaron Boone, another ejection. And honestly, I don't think it was Boone's fault. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was, again, another umpire power trip that I absolutely hated. The umpire asked Boone, because I think they were out of challenges. The umpire calls it a strike, and Boone just simply yells, "That ball is down." The umpire stops the game, takes a couple steps towards the dugout and goes, "What did you say?" And Boone goes, "I thought it was down." The umpire goes, "What did you say?" He goes, "I thought the ball was down." And then the umpire throws him. I mean, you're coming again. This was the case of who was it? Was it Walker Buehler last year for the Sox?
Yes.
The umpire comes out to him at the mound. Like, the umpire should never, ever, ever start the altercation. Never. In any situation, I don't care. The umpire should not initiate the altercation. He did, and then throws Aaron Boone. I'm behind Aaron Boone on this one. There's no need for this. So they had been challenging, both teams had been challenging all night. The umpire was terrible, right? So they were already out. Both teams were out by like the 4th inning or something like that.
Was it the same game that Caballero had like 3 pitches in the same at bat he challenged? He was right on all of them.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, game was terrible.
So, I mean, but this is all on the umpire. For once, I'm defending Aaron Boone. There's no reason an umpire should start an altercation. Inexcusable.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. We've said this a million times. It's one thing to get a call wrong. It's another thing to like make an incident of it. And nothing drives me crazier than the umpires that like you can't talk to. You can't be like, "Hey, can you tell me where that was? Hey, was that in? Was that out?" Like the guys that refuse to communicate with you other than to like start a fight. And that completely violates the purpose of the umpire. Like the player should be able to ask like for clarification. You know, even like a save or out called, you know, simply asking like, was my hand in? If I'd been over here, you still to like talk to an umpire for a second to get an answer. Players used to be able to ask, you know, was that in? Was that down? Like they're trying to get a sense of where the strike zone is. Like these guys now, like they'll make a mistake, but they won't even talk to you about it.
No.
Like you can't challenge them. You can't ask them a question. They've become unapproachable. And when they become unapproachable, all you can do is just throw rocks at them, which is all the players and managers are doing now because they know they won't get an answer. And these quick trigger finger ejections are ridiculous. I mean, I thought it was down. He's not even arguing. He's just saying, "I thought it was down."
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was screaming, you know, "You suck, you're terrible, that pitch was out of the zone." It wasn't even that bad. And to get ejected for that is crazy. But then to keep asking for it, to like start it back up. It's like, just let it go, man.
I mean, John Carter goes, "Does saying that you support Aaron Boone make you feel as dirty as it should?"
Yes.
I mean, it does to point, but like I also defend baseball, man. Like, and that's what this one's about. This isn't about the laundry that Aaron Boone is wearing. It's about the situation. As a manager, you should be able to say that. Hey, that's down. Like come on, like we're out of challenges, tighten up, right? Like that should be okay to say without being tossed. Like you said, he's not saying, dude, you're an effing idiot or you suck or, like he's not throwing anything in the face. And then for the umpire to ask him 3 separate times what he said before he gets an answer and then tosses him is just, there's really no excuse for that as umpires. And Curtis said it back here. Umpire's role is to maintain order and de-escalate. Plain and simple. That's it. Yep. Don't be starting shit. It's not hard. I don't understand it. But I really don't.
He just kept pushing at it and push. It's like, dude, let it go.
Now, does Aaron Boone's reputation also have something to do with that?
100%. Right? And this is also Wendelstedt, who he's got a lot of history with. I mean, he's gotten into a lot of. I mean, Wendelstedt's the guy that threw him out when the guy was yelling from the bleachers or the seats behind him. That was Wendelstedt then too. Like they have a lot of bad history together. So I think there's a very short fuse because of the history between those two. But it's also the fact that Wendelstedt is consistently terrible. Like there's a track record of sucking that follows him wherever he goes.
Yeah. Ivan says Wendelstedt was today, so it was Carapazza 2 days ago when this happened.
Oh, was that wasn't Wendelstedt? Okay.
But either way, you're right. He's still on the crew. I mean, It does, it is what it is. But it's just
so it was Wendelstedt today when Caballero had all the challenges, which was terrible. That was also awful.
Yeah. I think the umpires are on edge. It's they feel like their job is kind of slipping away. This is also me assuming, so I don't know, but do they feel like the power of calling balls and strikes is slipping from their grasp?
I mean, I think umpires are in a tough spot right now. Like there's a lot of focus on them. ABS has come out. Every mistake they make is now put up on the Jumbotron for the world to see. They've got to announce that they made a mistake. I think that they feel like they're very much under a microscope and being scrutinized. Is all that scrutiny fair to them? No. Is a lot of it warranted? Yes. And are some of these guys particularly bad? Also, yes. But at the same time, like they have a job to do. And when you sign up to do the job, it comes with some pitfalls. Like there are some downsides to it. You are on public display all the time, just like the players are. When a pitcher gives up a bomb in the 8th inning, he gets it just like you do, and you miss a call. So it's not like it's only on them.
Yeah.
But they have to get over this. Like either get over it and continue on, or take the path the other guys did and say, you know what, I'll take the retirement package and I'll go off into the sunset because I don't want to do this anymore. Then that's totally fine too.
Yep. Yeah, John, umpires have been horrible of late across the board. I would agree with that. Maybe they're just in the dog days of summer too, and they're just like, all right.
But I think to that point, I think John's right. Like we haven't talked about the umpires that much this year,
right?
Until the last 2 or 3 weeks when we've had all these things pop up. I mean, really, the ABSs were at like 53% overturned, 47% not. The ratios were pretty small. There was really no big blowouts. There weren't a ton of ejections. And it seems like all of a sudden the last like 2.5 weeks, we've gotten a ton of stuff related to umpires where it had been pretty quiet there for a while.
Yeah. Aaron says umpires are just pissed off and taking it out on players, coaches, because they're finally being held accountable for once.
Yeah.
Agree. We're with you. Baseball history dork. Umpires used to have fist fights with ball players under the grandstand back in the dead ball era. Boy, those were the days, huh?
Jeez, could you imagine today? These umpires are all so old. Players would wreck them.
Yeah, it's at least it's not NBA officiating. You are not wrong, Silix. Not wrong.
Or WNBA officiating. That's also terrible.
Yeah.
You can assault somebody in the WNBA and it's barely even a foul.
Yeah. And Ed, this is where I am, defending Boone too, right? I hate that screaming, "What did you say?" BS. My
Oh,
response was, "Do you need an effing hearing aid?" After the third time. Um, that hockey ref didn't find it funny. My teammates did. That's funny. I mean, if you've had to repeat it 3 times, it's either the ump honestly didn't hear you or he's looking for you to just keep coming at him. And it's probably a combination of both, to be honest. It's not a good look.
well,
Not
and
a good look.
if I'm Aaron Boone after the second time, I'm just waving at him like, forget it. I'm not going to keep doing this with you because you knew where it was going. And part of me thinks that Boone knew where it was going and just wanted to follow it through.
Well, he kind of dismisses it too. Like the first time he said it, he goes, "I thought it was down," and he kind of turns his head, and then he comes at him again. Like Boone was pretty
Yeah.
much just done with it. And then he goes, "Well, what did you say?" And then that's when he turned again. He's like, "I thought it was down." And just like that, like it wasn't argumentative, it wasn't anything. He just told him what he thought he said, and then he rings him. It's just dumb. It's dumb.
WNBA is diet WWF.
Hate that you're not wrong.
Jeez, I know that league has become such a joke.
It's bad. Ivan says they need to be retrained to look at hitters and pitchers after a pitcher's thrown. It's on umpire missed a challenge because he was busy stylizing a strike call. The third base umpire had to step in and let him know the batter challenge. Not a good look. We talked about that last show,
God.
Ivan, with Julio Rodriguez. He missed Julio Rodriguez, and he also missed Jonathan Aranda the next half inning. So, yeah, umps are not looking for the challenge anymore, which is weird. I don't know. Crazy. But yeah. Joseph said temps in the 90s with 70 plus degree dew points, probably wearing on old fart umps that stay on the field for 18 half innings with no break more than anyone. Yeah, just tired and cranky in the middle of the summer, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They're in the dog days like everybody else, but it's like, geez, guys.
Greg, Nick and Harrison not appreciating all the work the ump show puts in each week to give us these gripping storylines. My bad. Umpire podcast is going to be definitely part of something we got to be doing, Harrison.
Yeah. And I think John Carter's onto something here. Can we rename the umpire buyout the Angel Hernandez retirement package?
Yes.
The AHRP? You've got the AARP. This is the AHRP. Or you can just get angeled. He got angeled.
He got angeled.
I like that. We're going to make that a phrase. He got angeled.
Yes, this was funny. Jeffrey Yan dancing for the strikeout, and then he challenges it because it's called a ball. Then it was still a ball.
Oh, that was so
funniest thing ever.
That was I must have rewatched that clip like 3 times. I was laughing out loud. Like
it is the biggest piece of humble pie.
Jump thing is ridiculous. Like what in the hell are we doing?
Dude, she's got like a 46-inch vertical. It's nuts.
That dude could dunk from a standstill. But like even little league kids have more control than this guy. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Wild. Yeah, angeled. That's a thing now for sure.
He got angeled.
Yeah.
He should get angeled.
Yep. All right. Sticking with the Yankees, Harrison. Are the Yankees in trouble offensively with no Aaron Judge?
Yes, full stop.
Okay. I mean, Cam Schlittler goes out and throws another Cy Young caliber start and loses 1-0. So without Judge in this lineup, is the tone different? Even with Aaron Judge, are they back? Like, what is the missing thing here for the Yankees offense?
I mean, well, I can't wait to hear Curtis's answer to this, but
he just says, duh.
But for me, there's just no consistency in this order. I mean, Jazz is hitting 216. You got, Grisham's hitting 221. He's woken up a little bit lately. Then you got guys that aren't even running the ball out. Like you had Ramos who grounded out the other day. The friggin' bobbled it, and he's jogging down the line to still get thrown out. Like granted, the trades they made haven't helped. Like they've gotten nothing offensively from the guys that they traded for. Lombard's in the only bright spot. They've gotten diddly from what they brought in. So I mean, I think that it's bad on about a million fronts right now. But there is nobody in that lineup, maybe aside from Ben Rice, that you're afraid of. Like that you're like, man, I got to pitch carefully to this guy. Like nobody in that lineup is scary. You got 75-year-old Paul Goldschmidt out there. You got Trent Grisham who will hit a home run and then next 3 at bats he won't be within 6 inches of a ball. You got Caballero who also struggles to make contact. I mean, McMahon, who we knew isn't an offensive threat, he's a defensive guy. But like, there's no bat there. It's just, and then Austin Wells. Like, why is Austin Wells even still on that roster?
Because they don't have a better option at catcher.
That's the scary part. That's the sad part. Like you can't do any better than that. I mean, it's bad. I mean, the only bright spot right now is Lombard. He's the only guy who's putting the ball in play. Everybody else just up there flailing. And yeah, what Judge does is he puts a person in that lineup that pitchers are afraid of, and they pitch to everybody else differently because of his existence.
Right.
With him not there, there's not a single bat in that lineup that you go, man, I got to be careful with him. There's no reason to take that lineup seriously. So they don't. They just pitch to him.
Yeah. John goes, are the Yankees in the AL? Then the answer is every team is in trouble.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later, but you're not wrong. Curtis says we need Metamucil to have runs.
Wow.
It's outstanding starting pitching, no batting. And then Ivan backs it up. Yankee starters have given up 8 earned runs in their last 10 games, and they're 5-5 in that span. Rice finally hit a homer today, and he had to make an error to get the extra at bat. We absolutely need Judge, Belly, and Stanton back. I'm starting to think they may have overpaid for Grisham.
Well, and the funny thing was for April and May, I mean, Grisham carried them. I mean, he was like the best hitter in that lineup at the start of the season, and he's been absolutely terrible since.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit one, was it yesterday? And that feels like the first time in forever that he left the yard.
Yeah. Curtis said Rice is a puny human without Judge protecting him. I mean, a lot of guys are. Judge provides so much protection that, Harrison, you're right. Like, it makes teams pitch to everybody else in the lineup differently, right? Even the 3 guys before Aaron Judge, you're pitching to differently. You're like, I have to attack these guys to make sure I get Aaron Judge up with nobody on next half inning. I have to get these 3 guys out. If one of these guys reaches, I'm giving up a 2-run homer, or I'm giving up a gap shot. I'm giving up a run. So absolutely.
And I want to say I was watching a game a few nights ago, and it might have been Jazz at the play, and they're showing like the pitch breakdown of kind of with Judge lineup without, and Chisholm sees like 20% fewer fastballs with Judge out of the lineup.
Yeah,
because they're gonna make him hit the pitch they want. Like they're throwing him fastballs because they don't want to walk him. But without Judge there, they don't care. Like he's chasing stuff off the plate. He's curveballs in the dirt, back foot sliders. Like they're throwing all kinds of crap like that to him that he wasn't really seeing before because they were afraid of walking him to get to Judge.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah, this isn't a bad comparison, Greg, right? I mean, Yankee fans might hate it, but honestly, as much as he's a punching bag, it comes down to Cashman and the lack of commitment to a rebuild. The Yankees refuse to really suck for a year. At this point, they are the MLB Steelers. They put enough talent on the field to compete, but just can't get over the edge. And that, I mean, it's kind of been the Yankees' MO for the last 20 years-ish.
Well, and we said it. It was what, 30? Was it 33 straight winning seasons?
Yeah.
Something like that. And 4 World Series rings in that time. Like, awesome. You guys have been consistently a winning team. But you haven't been a scary, threatening team in a long time. Like in the last 25 years, you've won 1 World Series title. And you've been there twice. Like, yeah, you guys are good, but not good enough for anybody to take you seriously.
Yeah. Ivan, I'm on the fence here. Ivan says, all things considered, you have to give Boone credit. How many teams can miss 3 MVPs and multiple starters for the majority of the season and still be top wildcard team? Boone isn't the greatest manager in the world, but you got to give him credit for it for this season. or for holding it together throughout this season. Now, yes, I agree, and I get that he can't help the product of what is the American League right now, but if the American League is playing better baseball overall, like if, we can just win a couple games against the National League, that would be great. What does this Yankees team look like? Right? If the AL is just a touch better, I mean, last year's American League, we'll say, are the Yankees still in the same spot? Without Judge, without Cole most of the time, without Rodon, without those guys? I mean, I can't really give any American League team credit, except for the Tampa Bay Rays, who's taking full advantage of how awful the rest of the American League is. They're the only team that is. So can I give Boone credit? Sure, but it's also a product of what is the American League right now.
Yeah, I'm going to agree and disagree with Ivan all at the same time. I think this is Aaron Boone's strength as a manager. It's keeping the guys calm, taking the bullets for him at the podium, keeping them focused. That's where Aaron Boone is really, really good.
Yes.
When it comes to managing the personalities, the players, the media, fantastic. On the field, he sucks. And I think some of that's his fault. Some of that's this push to analytics. It's not working for them because the Yankees are a team built for analytics. That team defies analytics. But I think this is exactly why you have a guy like Boone there. When he can manage the highs, he can manage the lows, he can keep the guys all kind of relaxed and he can shield them from the shitstorm brewing outside Yankee Stadium. So this is absolutely why Aaron Boone is the manager there. However, that team's on-field performance is atrocious for what they have on payroll and what they put out there every night. Is that entirely his fault? No. He doesn't manage the bullpen well. He does some weird stuff with the starters in terms of when he pulls them. The lineup changes are obnoxious, and they don't work consistently. And they're in a terrible American League that allows you to be a pretty average team and look really good. So
yeah.
I agree with Ivan in the sense that Aaron Boone's doing a great job keeping this team from getting distracted by the fact that they are having such a difficult run. However, he's doing nothing to help them on the field. And they're benefiting from a really weak AL.
Yeah. Curtis says his strategy and bullpen management has cost him championships, let alone regular season games. I must be watching a different game.
Well, and I think there is an aspect to Aaron Boone's managerial style this year that is different than the past. He's giving guys a little more leeway. He's not making changes as fast as he used to. Now, that could be the fact he's got nobody to go to. So he has to be more patient and give guys more rope. It could be that. It could be the fact that he's just not trying to overmanage, knowing the fact he's got a depleted team. And it's like, look, we got to ride this out until we get some guys to come back and save us. And that rotation is so good that he knows the game won't get away from them.
Right.
Like, it's one of those, like, if I can find a way to squeeze out a couple runs tonight, we can win. So, like, I feel like he can lean hard on that rotation and hope the offense finds a way and maybe give guys a little bit more breathing room in the hopes that something breaks their way, because it's not so broken that they don't stand a chance.
Yeah. And like John Temple said back in the comments, just make the postseason. Anything can happen. And with that rotation,
yeah,
they're a team I would not want to go in and face. No thanks.
Yeah, this Yankees team in the playoffs, different story. They scare the hell out of me. That rotation is going to be impossible to score on. And when you play a ton of 2-1 games anyways, it plays right into their hands.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you can get into the playoffs in the American League, I don't want to draw the Yankees.
Nope. No, thank you. All right. Texas Rangers also in the playoff hunt. DeGrom, tricep tightness. He's out. Surprise, surprise. Nathan Eovaldi, elbow inflammation on the IL. So even though the Rangers are in it, are they really?
No, I've never I don't think I have yet acknowledged the Rangers even have a shot to win the AL West. I have not believed in that team from day one. I don't believe in them. I didn't believe in them at the All-Star break. I didn't believe in them when they had a 2-game lead a couple weeks ago. I don't buy that team as a playoff team. There are so many holes. There are so many issues. They still can't score. The pitching is very iffy, and we know these guys are both one pitch away from being out for the rest of the year. There's nothing about the Rangers team that gave me any confidence they were a legitimate playoff threat.
There is
So,
one guy in that pitching staff that is automatic. That's Jacob Latz at the back. If you can get the game to him, it's over. But that's it. That's it.
Yep.
You can't get the game to him.
Yeah, that Rangers team they're being held together with duct tape and bubble gum. And I never saw them as a legitimate threat out there. I mean, I was still picking the Mariners to win the division a week ago, just because I don't believe the Rangers can do it. Yeah. Like I said, I'm so not buying the Rangers. I was still picking the Mariners.
Jack Leiter's out too. Like who do they got? Kumar Rocker to throw the ball. That's it. And Mackenzie Gore.
And Mackenzie Gore has been pretty average. Hasn't even been very good.
No. So yeah, I'm with you. I don't think the Rangers have a shot. It's in an AL West that is winnable. I know. Think they had to get more arms at the deadline, and they just didn't. I think their offense can put up some runs. We've seen it, right? They're kind of torching the A's. I mean, it's the A's, I get it, and they're in Sacramento, but that lineup can hit a little bit. And all you need is guys to throw the ball, and they just can't stay on the hill. So, yeah, I don't think the Rangers have a shot. But
no, I mean, when Jock Peterson is your biggest power threat at the plate, that says everything.
And he's batting leadoff for them.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Peterson and Jake Berger are your two big boppers. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? And then everybody else can't get on the field. Corey Seager's a ghost. Wyatt Langford continues to struggle with health. I mean, again, a talent is elite, health is not. You've had Evan Carter back, but he's terrible. I don't know what happened to Evan Carter. I thought he's going to be the next big thing. He's been awful.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough, but
you've gotten diddly production out of the catcher position. It's bad all around.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can name you their catcher who caught last night. It was somebody I had no idea.
It was outside of the normal three of Higashioka, Diaz, and Jansen.
Yeah, it was someone else.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But
this team is not good. They're not good at all.
No. So, all right. Oracle Park will host the 2028 All-Star Game, lockout permitting. Has the MLB forgotten that the American League exists when it comes to All-Star games, Harrison?
Yes. I don't. I know they broke sequence to go to Philadelphia for 250. I get it. That made sense. Celebrate America's 250th in Philly. But don't you come back to the AL at that point?
Well, no, you got Wrigley next year, and then you got Oracle Park in 2028. So still 2 more years in National League. That's 5 straight.
You've continued to just ignore the American League completely, which I don't understand who makes this schedule.
Now, 29 and 30, I did see is, I can't remember 29, but 30, they're putting it back in Camden, which it hasn't been at Camden Yards since their opening year in 93. So,
wow.
Yeah. So Baltimore was way overdue. And I forget. I forget.
Toronto was rumored to be getting one too at some point.
Yeah. I forget what 29 was, but money makes the schedule. I get that, John Carter, right? But Aaron,
it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome to go to San Francisco to have them have one representative.
Yeah, right. Aaron says they better have the Derby at 1 p.m. because ain't nothing flying out at night. Yeah. Yeah,
No.
and ignore Fenway. I think Fenway's coming soon, right? They're coming back. They're getting Wrigley. Toronto is the rumor for 29. Okay. So Toronto and
Yes,
Baltimore.
it was rumored they wanted to go back to Toronto because it's been a long time since they were up there. But it's also been a long time. It's been 27 years since you were at Fenway. So
Yeah. And 30 since Camden Yards. I mean, it's
yeah,
like 30 plus.
yeah. So it's like which
Just
cities are
crazy.
getting multiple All-Star games here in this stretch? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, Philly's had 2 in the last 5 years,
Oh, right. That's right. Philly was
right?
they
It was
they
supposed
messed
to it was
that
supposed to
all up.
go to it was supposed to go to Atlanta, and then they had all that political jargon, so they moved it real quick to Colorado and then back to Atlanta. So like just the last 3 or 4 years have been just kind of brutal. But
Yeah. So you've gone. Yeah. So Philly, Atlanta. So you were in Texas in 24.
yep.
You were in Seattle in 23. Dodger Stadium in 22. Denver in 21. You're Cleveland in 19, DC in 18, Miami in 17, San Diego in 16. So yeah, you were kind of flip-flopping and then it just like stopped.
Well, you also wanted to go they wanted to get the new ballparks,
Yep.
right? So they've done that now. Now it's time to kind of go back around and hit up the old ones again. But yeah,
Brutal.
just crazy. I mean, I don't get it, but I mean, 5 straight years in the NL is a little wild, but it is what it is.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, you were in
unreal.
San Francisco in 2007 when it was still AT&T Park.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we're ignoring the biggest snub. We demand Tropicana Field All-Star Game. I need to see the catwalks interfering with the
Oh
Derby.
Lord.
They
I'm
would put
pretty sure
holes in the back wall.
yeah, MLB is just waiting for the day when that place gets closed down, they move into something new.
Yeah, then the All-Star Game will be there.
Let's take the All-Star game to Sacramento while we're at it, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, someone said that back here. It's like it's
Oh, I
Scott
didn't
goes
see that coming.
Sacramento. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sacramento. Why not?
You want to see a home run derby? It'll be entertaining. Balls hit to the moon.
Yeah. A throwback stadium would be sick. I think that would be awesome. But again, they're not going to do that because they're not going to have enough seats, right? If they go to Rickwood or the Field of Dreams, like in essence and optics, that would be incredible to have an all-star game there, but it will never happen. Field of Dreams sits 8,000. Rickwood doesn't seat that many, right? So like it would be awesome, but it's not going to happen. I mean, if the Polo Grounds are still standing, yeah, bring it, but it's not, unfortunately. All right. Staying with special events, Harrison, Red Sox and Royals are announced as the next Field of Dreams matchup. Will we ever see matchups that do not include a Midwest team? Now, the reason we've seen Midwest teams kind of match up here is so they can finish the series at the home ballpark, right? This takes place of one of the home ballparks at Kansas City. That's why the Twins had it. That's why the Cubs had it. And that's why the White Sox had it the first year, right? So they replaced one of their home games with this game. Will we ever see a team outside the Midwest not host this game? Or is this just going to be a Midwest kind of thing?
I feel like it has to be a Midwest sort of thing. One, because the logistics you just outlined, they don't want to add another 2.5-hour flight to get back to somewhere to finish off the series. I think two, obviously, kind of the cornfield theme has very much a Midwestern vibe that is going to play really well with those folks and those teams. And I think it's a natural fit to have some Midwest team be the host.
Yeah.
And I think for that reason, you're always going to see a Midwest team in there, and then you're going to bring some team from the kind of the outer edge that draws a good crowd. Phillies draw a good crowd, the Red Sox will draw a good crowd, the Dodgers draw a good crowd. Like you'll bring in one of those smaller Midwestern teams, and then one of the kind of the coastal heavyweights to actually draw people.
Well, that was John Carter's. You did have Cubs and Reds. Cubs and Reds isn't necessarily
That's
East
true.
Coast.
I mean, but you got Chicago, which is a huge market.
Yeah, but it's not an East Coast team. But
Mhm.
and I think it's also they're at the mercy of what the schedule is, right? The schedule for 2027 came out before the Field of Dreams. Baseball History Dork wrote a post a couple nights ago. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was incredible. Go back and find it. He's like, why isn't it Red Sox A's? Like, give me the old franchises that were something back then, right? Like, give me the historical franchises. But, you know, like the logistics just don't work out for that. And I get it. And they make the schedule beforehand. So at some point, I think teams will cycle through here, but it has to be a Midwest team. St. Louis could be next in there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. So I don't know about that Atlanta team, but yeah, we'll get St. Louis in there. I don't need the Braves at the Field of Dreams. Like, no thanks. But anyways, either way, it'd be cool.
They would get hurt coming out of the corn anyways. It would like hit against their shoulder and they'd be out for the year. And
yeah, they just become ghosts.
And I mean, in reality, Acuna couldn't get his wheelchair through the corn anyways. So I mean, how are you gonna manage that?
Yeah, but I mean, I still like the idea of this game. Yep. And I agree. Like, it has to be the old uniforms.
Yeah,
it has to be. It has to be the throwback uniforms. I'm not talking about the big baggy ones that Boston and Cleveland wore like 10 years ago. I don't know if you remember that game, Harrison. Looked like they were all wearing parachutes. That was awful. But you can, retrofit them so they're comfortable and not like the big ass collars that Chris Sale cut up when he was in Chicago, so but
I remember that he chopped that thing right up.
Yep. And then the best uniform that a fan brought to the field after that, you remember what he did? He put duct tape like stitches on his Chris Sale jersey.
Oh yes, so I do like now. You're right.
He taped it back together.
Yeah.
So good.
That was so good.
But yeah, definitely don't want the Braves there if they're wearing Boston unis, Michael. Get out of here with that idea. Terrible. No, forget it. But no, in all seriousness, that would be kind of cool to have.
It would be cool.
Like flashback uniforms. And I guess Braves are kind of a historical team. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. This slide is a little busy, so stick with us. American League wildcard, Harrison. Yankees are up by 8 games. Red Sox 5.5. Rangers and Orioles are tied for that last wildcard spot. Blue Jays, Guardians, Tigers a game back. Twins a game and a half. And Mariners 3 games back. What does this look like in a month and a half?
Probably exactly like this. I mean, this. We said before we got in the air, like the Red Sox have come back to earth in a big way. That offense has disappeared again. Yeah, but they've now like run away and hidden from the pack. But the fact that the Orioles are now, so the Orioles, I mean, as of today, the Orioles now half game up and in that last wild card spot over the Rangers. Yeah, that's a team that's 2 games under 500, holding the final spot. You have the Mariners, and God bless you, John Temple. That team is awful. Mariners are awful, sitting at 58 and 66, 3 games out. There's only 3 teams in the AL, the Royals, the Athletics, and the Angels, who are all awful, which is sad to say about both the Royals and the Athletics. They are awful. They're out. Everybody else is still in it. I mean, as bad as the Mariners are, they're only 3 games back. They're bringing up the rear here, but this is terrible. I mean, it's great in terms of competitive nature because you've got everybody in it, but there's no world where the Mariners, the Twins, the Tigers, the Blue Jays should still be in this. After the seasons they've had, they've been so terrible.
Yeah. What does it look like in a month and a half? My answer, poop. I mean, yeah. And Curtis, honestly, I'm with you, right? Why are you even counting Seattle? They shit the bed already. No disrespect. They've been absolutely dreadful to watch. It's not a great brand of baseball to see.
Awful.
But they're 3 games back. Like, that's it. As awful as they have been, they are technically still in it, right? Like, that's the crazy
They're a good
part.
weekend away from being back in it. Like,
yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, they are Colorado Rockies series away from them rolling into town and then sweeping them to be right back in it. Like, right? And then have like another team up above them get swept. Like, I mean, the Tigers just got swept by the White Sox, so that like the White Sox take a commanding lead there in the Central, but I mean, how in the world is Baltimore still in it? They went on a run too around the same time that the Red Sox did. Like they're in it. I don't. It's wild, man. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really bad. I mean, again, the Twins should not be in the playoffs. Like Tigers should not be in the playoffs. Mariners should not be in the playoffs. Like Blue Jays, with all the injuries and everything they've gone through, should not be in the playoffs. Like this is not real life, where teams can be this mediocre and still be in it.
There has never been one, right?
A sub 500 team make the playoffs? No, never.
The closest years that I see, we have an 85 and 77 2007 Cubs. 2017 Twins was also 85 and 77. 97 Astros were 84 and 78.
And then last year the Reds sneak in at 83 and 79.
Yeah.
We thought that was bad.
This is insane, man.
So if we look back to, let's go back to 2024. The worst team to make the playoffs in 2024 was the Tigers at 86 and 76. The worst team in the NL was the Diamondbacks at 89 and 73.
Yeah. The worst team to make the postseason, you know who it was? The team that could sneak into the NL.
Is it the Cardinals when they won the World Series?
No. The Padres that year were 82 and 80.
Oh.
They won the NL West at 82 and 80 at 2005.
Yikes.
My God. This is going to be even worse than that.
It's terrible. It's really, really bad. It is a sad state of affairs in the American League.
Yeah.
In 2019, your playoff teams in the American League were the Astros at 107, the Yankees at 103, the Twins at 101, the A's at 97, and the Rays at 96.
Yeah.
Like you had all, and you had the Indians that won 93 games and missed the playoffs.
Yeah. Scott, this sums up my thoughts exactly. Just woof. Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Well, and I think this is a good point, Joseph. That's where we're at. Baseball is so top heavy. You've got 5 real teams and then a ton of teams that are just okay. And that's where we're at. Like the parity in baseball, miss me with the whole we don't have a ton of repeating winners. It's the same handful of teams that go to the playoffs every year, and then a few others that mix in. And we're just seeing the spread become larger and larger.
Yeah, it's that. I hate that take. It's a garbage and lazy take that baseball has parity. It does not. I was reading on MLB.com today. Travis Sawchik absolutely broke down what does competitive balance even mean, and why does MLB have a competitive balance problem? And he crushes it. He goes, does MLB have a competitive balance problem? Yes, the divide is real, and it's tied to a growing imbalance of financial resources, which we've sat on here and said numerous times, right? It's the perception of inequity, right? Because just small market teams can't spend the same amount of revenue that a top market does, and that is the balance problem. That's the issue.
Yep.
And people with that lazy argument is well, your owner can spend too. No,
oh God,
they can't. So this was the other thing. How do small market teams perform in the playoffs? Since 2015, excluding COVID, 37% of the teams that made the playoffs came from the bottom half markets. And once they qualify, they generally have not gone far. over that time, top half market teams reached the World Series at a rate 6 times greater than the bottom half teams. 17 teams versus 3 is the exact number, and won it 9 times more. A top half team reached the LCS series 3 times more often than bottom half teams, 31-9. So yes, can it happen? But that is not competitive balance. And that's what we're talking about as fans, that's not competitive balance at all.
No.
31 out of 40 teams that made the World Series or won the NLCS were top market teams. So yeah, I mean, it's something needs to change for sure.
Yeah,
right. Baseball has parity in itself. I agree with you, Joseph. Right, a short series can have a little parity. The longer regular season has almost none. Agree. Yeah. We'll get to this, Nico, but yeah, the question is which team makes the last wild card? I don't know. Who you taking, Harrison? Last wild card spot.
Last wild card spot. I mean, give me the Guardians. Every time I think they're out, they're not.
Well, I'm going to stay with my preseason prediction that 4 teams from the AL East make the playoffs, and I'm going to go with the Orioles.
Man, I mean, it could be the Orioles or the Blue Jays. They're both right there.
That's what
you got 2 shots.
Well, all right. I'll take AL East team just to get my prediction right, because I did say that 4 AL East teams would make the playoffs.
It is wild. You've got right now. Season ends today. You got 4 AL East teams, which is crazy to me because the Baltimore Orioles were left for dead like a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say how that was going to happen. I kind of expected it to be a little bit different than this, but whatever.
Yeah. There's not a lot of this season has played out the way it seemed like it should have.
No. But and Marty, there's this too, right? MLB wants big markets to win, always about the money, right? Dodgers and Yankees World Series is better than a Rockies Marlins World Series. That would never happen. Rockies Orioles, or even a Brewers Mariners, right? We wanted that as fans last year, but MLB was like, no, let's stop. We're not thinking that way. Like, give me Yankees Dodgers.
Yeah, we were saying that last year. Like, if we badly wanted to see Mariners Brewers, and MLB would have been spitting blood if that was the matchup, because most of the country would tune out.
Yeah. I did predict 4 AL East teams, but did you think one would be under 500? No.
No, goodness gracious, no.
A good thing I didn't have to say why I picked 4 AL East teams, but which, I mean, I probably did. I don't know. I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone 6 months ago. But yeah. I just, low and mid-market teams have to hit on 90% of their drafts and 99% of their free agent signings, or else they'll suck. And I totally agree, John, right? I was on bullpen sessions with Jason, and you guys have seen when we did my What If series, and I brought up Chris Bryant and talked about how the Rockies actually spent for a massive free agent, right? And it was an absolute bust, and now the Rockies are toast. Like, the Rockies can't do anything with it because they are strapped behind this contract, and they can't move on until that kind of goes away. And that's the other thing with guaranteed contracts, right? You're now stuck paying that, and you can't go out and buy somebody else on the free agent market. So I agree. And honestly, there isn't parity in any sport till playoff time. And that, I agree, Silix, but even then, in the playoffs with a longer series, the top market teams are going to win out. But he'll be back. He'll be back, Joseph. Don't worry. At least he said he'd be right back. But I don't know. But so my pick here, the Blue Jays are playing better. They got the pitching. I could see them sneaking in, but I'm going to take the Orioles just because I like the story of them coming back. So I'll take the Orioles there in that last
Well,
spot.
and we've so badly wanted them to be good since they won 101 games, and it's like,
Yeah,
where'd they go?
yeah, they're be lucky if they get one win, but they'll still make the playoffs this year, so it's fine.
Well, and Marty, this is a great point, and I was even saying it earlier. There's so much mediocre baseball right now, but also we were talking about in the group chat about the fact like the stolen bases that we thought we'd see more of have begun to decline, and teams are falling back into the rut of waiting for the 3-run home run and not trying to run in any outs, and the overall game has gotten kind of boring again. It's the action is there's way too many guys up there taking way too many pitches, way too many deep counts, way too many pitchers that can't throw strikes. Not enough movement. We've seen more bunting this year, which has been nice, but like in general, the game has slowed back down to just a lot of standing around waiting for something to happen.
I don't know why 1 through 9 doesn't just lay down bunts. None of these teams can field them. None of these teams have
It's
any
terrible.
idea what to do with bunt coverages. It's
So bad.
I saw a rundown last night that made me throw up, man. It was like a 1 to 3 to 4, back to 3 to 6 to 1. It took them way too long to get the runner out. And I'm just like, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, when's the last time I've actually seen a rundown?
Like a legitimate one.
Yeah, because no one's moving anymore. Right? So it's like you never see that. Like you don't see somebody steal, get picked off, and then getting a rundown because no one's moving anymore. So I don't know. Crazy. All right. Out of left field discussions, I got 4 just random-esque questions here for y'all. Here is the first one. Thank you to Michael Simpson for this one. This was a kind of cool one. If you caught a historic baseball, what are you doing with it?
So we're not talking like a major historic moment. Like you've got 73 here, so we're talking like big time moment.
Well, yeah, I'm talking like, I mean,
I
that's still a historic ball, right? I mean,
yeah.
the record breaking homer, Shohei's 50-50, Mark McGwire's 70th, Mark McGwire's 62nd if he hit it.
Yeah.
So the shot heard round the world.
I am getting myself out of that ballpark as fast as possible, and I am selling that bad boy. I'm taking it to auction, and I'm gonna make some money off of it because honestly, like as much as I would like to believe I would give it to the player because it's the right thing to do, I honestly don't care if the player gets the ball back. He doesn't. They don't care about the fans. They're not doing anything for the fans. Like, don't really care. Baseball Hall of Fame can come around and get it through somebody else if they really want it. But I am for sure gonna auction that bad boy off, make some money on it.
Oh, I'm with you. I think everybody else is too, which is, I mean, interesting. Highlights is I'm selling it. Marty, oh, you're such a good guy. Donate it to the Baseball Hall of Fame. You are a bigger man than I am because I am like Harrison. I am tucking that bad boy away. I have got both hands on it, my elbows out, and dude, and I am running through everybody to get out of that stadium as fast as possible. These are baseball memorabilia is back, folks. Not that it really went away, but like these are going for millions of dollars. These historic balls, millions of dollars. This is life-changing to catch one of these.
Yep.
Like legacy is greater than money. And that's fine, Marty. But I'm looking at it from a family thing, not me just sitting and buying whatever I want. But if I have a chance to set up my family and my kids to be comfortable for the rest of their lives and maybe even their kids' lives, which is what this would do, depending on what the moment is, I'm going to do it.
Yep.
Right? Money talks. The only home run ball I want is Bartolo Colon's. Yeah. But what was it? What did Shohei's 50th home run ball go for? That was bonkers, right?
Yeah. $4.392 million.
Yeah, I mean, what are we even talking about?
Yeah, I'm all set. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not either, right? I mean, 4.2, whatever the number is, whatever.
Call it 4.4 million using round numbers.
God dang. Yeah, there's no chance. No chance. I'm running out of that ballpark. I am hiring security. I am sleeping with that thing. It's not leaving my pocket. Like, yeah.
Yeah. That ball is not leaving my side. I am. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, you go to one of those like major auction houses, like they show up with security. It goes in a case. It leaves by armored vehicle. Like I would immediately have that thing brought to a secure facility and stored until the auction.
Yeah. So Mom, I mean, this is a great question because a lot of people don't know. Recently, I don't know how recently, but they've started putting serial numbers on the baseballs. If they know that a player is getting closer to an historic moment, these balls are all marked before they're even thrown into play. So they'll look and they'll chart it somewhere. This is ball number 86423. It's going into play now. So they know that ball left, it wasn't just a foul ball. That's how they can prove it. They all have serial numbers on them now. They have ways to mark every individual ball. So
yeah, and for a while there, they had like the markings that could be scanned. Like they had all kinds of things in place as the technology's changed. I wouldn't be shocked if we get to a point where they got like a little RFID chip in the ball and it can be scanned as authentic. Like it'll continue to improve, but it's pretty incredible the lengths they go to track what ball is in play when the moment happens so that they can actually authenticate it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's different serial numbers on it, but because if you go to the ballpark now, like you can buy random game used baseballs like they have in like their team stores, where it's like, oh, this ball was like ground out by Kyle Schwarber against the Reds on May 26th, 2026, and you can buy it for like $40, right? And it's just got like the sticker of it. So like whenever you see the balls get rolled over to the dugout during play, they slap a sticker on it. So and Dad, this is a great point. Why not take the money? The players are holding out for the most money. I love it. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah. The players don't give a crap about us. Why not just take the money?
Yeah.
Well, and let's be serious. Like, I mean, I love the idea of donating and all that, but the opportunity to make $4 million on Shohei's 50th home run or to give it to him and get a picture for it, I'm sorry. Like, there's no sane person that's going to be like, yeah, I should donate this.
Just think what $4 million would do for me, Harrison. You guys would be able to see my mug a lot more because I'd be on the stream all the time.
Yeah.
Just think about that, fellas.
Nick would be in his beanbag chair eating Cheetos, talking baseball all day, every day.
I'm already in my beanbag chair.
Just minus the Cheetos.
Yeah, I'm more of a Fritos guy. Honey barbecue twist, #1 chip. I don't even care, but still leaves the same residue on your fingers. But
sure does.
Anywho, yes, I'm with you. I'm running out of that ballpark. I'm selling it. I'm telling the wife to pack up the house because we're moving to a mansion. So
yes, as Cuba Gooding Jr. once said, "Show me the money."
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Next one. I am coming out with a new series that you will see soon. But who is the one player that doesn't get the respect he deserves for being the player he was? On this slide, I have Dwight Evans, Veda Pinson, Dale Murphy, Travis Hafner, and Tim Salmon. But who is it for you guys? Who is the one player that doesn't get the respect he deserves? You can only choose one. Don't give me a list of three. Don't give me a list of three. Pick one.
All right.
Don't say Nomar. That's a cop out.
there's so many parameters to this thing. I'm not even sure what to say anymore.
There's really only one answer then.
There is one player, we've talked about him on the show several times, that has always just astonished me what he was able to do in his career given the limitations that he had. And that for me is Abbott.
Hmm.
I think that, and I get it. He gets a lot of press and respect for what he did, but I think that, is he a Hall of Famer? There's no world in which he's a Hall of Famer. But I think when you look at a guy that was able to pitch at that level with the physical limitation that he had, and pitch in big games and in big markets, big moments, he made huge plays on the mound, fielding with one hand. Like, I just look at what
Yeah.
that guy did, and the idea of being able to play baseball with only one hand seems impossible. Uh, and and this guy made it look like it was totally possible.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fantastic one, Harrison. I didn't even think about that one. You can probably guess my guy, but I'm going to go through everybody else's first. Ivan, Dale Murphy. Yeah, absolutely. Sal Bando. That's a great one. Both of those guys will be on my series. Billy Williams for the Cubs. Another great one. A lot of Murphys here. Marty, Michael. Yeah, Silix. I can give you 100. Yeah, we can too, but we
I can
need
think of a
one.
ton.
Yeah. Willie Horton for my dad. Joseph, you turned me on to him. Yeah, unreal. Greg, Jacoby Ellsbury's peak was effing insane, and it's a damn shame his body didn't hold up.
Yeah.
It really was. Tommy, for a guy who hit 600 homers, he's not talked about like he should be. And that's part of Dave Concepcion, another fantastic one. Yeah, those are all great ones. I mean, I think the guys that played for multiple teams, it's hard, right? Will Clark, Aaron, yes, yep, absolutely. For me, it's always been this guy for me. I say it all the time. It's Paul Molitor. Yes, he's in the Hall of Fame. I get it. So some people are like, "Oh, well, he got the respect he deserves. He's in the Hall. What do you expect?" No one talks about this guy's career. No one.
No.
The time he spent in Milwaukee, Minnesota, and Toronto kind of hurt him, right? Because he's playing for 3 organizations. He doesn't get to, but his numbers are flat out stupid. 75 WAR, 3,319 hits, 230 homers, 306 batting average, 1,307 RBIs, 1,782 runs. 1,782. That is a boatload of runs. The doubles, 605, 100 triples, 500 stolen bases. I mean, we don't talk about this guy like he is one of the greatest all-around offensive ball players, and we don't talk about him.
Yeah.
So that's my guy.
It's a great pick. I mean, and there's some other great, like John Olerud just came up. I love John Olerud.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guy who played the game who was smoother at everything than Olerud. Fred McGriff is a great one.
Yep. Another great one.
I mean, Tim Lincecum, a guy that is appreciated for like the epic electric moments, but not for the body of work.
He was in my what if series. So Aaron's actually got both of my picks. Lincecum's in my what if series. Will Clark is going to be in my doesn't get enough respect. Bobby Bonds, great one. Marty.
Oh yeah, too. And Will Clark. I mean, I love listening to Will Clark talk now. I mean, he's a wild man.
Yeah.
You know, he still goes by the Thrill. Everybody calls him the Thrill, but he is such a well thought out baseball guy, and his level of baseball intelligence is off the charts, and he shares it constantly. And it's so awesome to listen to that guy talk.
Yeah. Robin Yount also, absolutely, Scott. Yount was a machine as well. Speaking of machines, Silix says Albert Pujols doesn't get put in there with the greatest ever when the only first baseman you can even think of to compete with him over a total career is Big Lou. Albert's my pick. There's something to say about that. Yeah. You know, 700 career homers. Was he 297 career hitter? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Molitor could steal bases in his younger days. Yeah, I mean, he was just unreal, man. He's always been my favorite player when we talk about like this stuff that doesn't get the respect. The Hall of Famer no one talks about. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons of 40 or more steals. You back that up with another 5 or 6 of 30 or more. It's just, he was a machine, man. So he's definitely my pick. But I love the Jim Abbott pick. That's a great one. Fantastic.
He's I've always been fascinated by him. Just the
Yeah.
career he had, what he went through, the college accolades and records. Like the dude was unreal.
Yeah, just the adversity. It's insane. Moises Alou was amazing for a long time.
Yeah,
That's for
super consistent.
Frank Tanana, another great one. He's got a ton of innings pitched too. I think Molitor doesn't get the respect because of his low home run total, but he was a complete player who didn't just focus on launch angle. Yeah. Gary Sheffield, another great one. Also should be in. 500 homers is an automatic ticket, except for Gary Sheffield.
Except when he faced Pedro. Then he looked ridiculous.
Yeah, well, right. Mark Gredzalonic. I love that pick. Always love that pick. Nice, Bradley. Lou Whitaker. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah. It's a crime that dude is not in the Hall of Fame.
And it continues to play out. Like, it's astonishing it hasn't been fixed yet.
Does it? Does it get fixed? Yeah.
I mean, unless they convene some kind of like a special board, he's outside of all the criteria, I believe. Like, I don't think there's any more shots to get him in.
Absolutely stupid, man. It is. It's dumb.
I mean, we talked at the top of the show. Tommy John. Tommy John can easily go on this list.
Easy. Again, another guy. Him and Lou Whitaker are the two slam dunks that should be in the Hall that aren't. It's just, I don't understand it, right? I know people want Murphy and Mattingly in, but you can at least debate them that their peaks just weren't there, yep. Right? But you look at Tommy John and you look at Lou Whitaker, and I mean, come on. Yep. Just stop. Mark Grace, he's on my list for sure too, Curtis. No brainer there for sure. Yeah, Placido Polanco, defensively, yes.
Terrific. Dave Steeves, another great one.
Yes. Yep. I went back and forth between him and somebody else. I'm sure you can guess who else I went with, being the 90s, 2000s kid that I am. I went with Delgado there, but Steve was.
I mean, yeah.
Steve was. It was tough for me to choose between those two, but
you could have picked your boy Devon White. Even
I could have, but I didn't. All right, next question. Which player do you genuinely not care for, but you wish he was on your team?
Oh, God, definitely not the guy on the left. I'd rather not watch baseball than watch Manny Machado play on my team ever. Period. End of story. Full stop. For me, and we've talked about this on the show, the stink on this guy still, but there's no more clutch guy than Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve is like the ultimate big game performer. That guy in the postseason is a different animal. In the clutch moments late in games, he's a different animal. I can't stand him for the whole Astro scandal. I can't stand his kind of smug and cockiness. But man, like, he's the kind of guy that you could get behind if he was on your team, because in every big moment, the dude comes through.
Yeah, that's a good one. I made this question, and I don't even know if I have an answer for it.
Well, it's the beauty of asking the question. You can listen to my answer, then go through chats and just conveniently never answer it. I've done that before because I wasn't able to answer my own question.
Yeah, I don't know if there's someone like other than kind of. I'm with you on Manny. Like I don't really need to see him on my team.
I'm all set.
Okay. God, I don't know if I have another one that I'm just like, goodness gracious, I can't stand this dude. But yeah, I got nothing really. I'm blank.
Chat does not like my answer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ivan says Alejandro Kirk, can't stand him, but I'd take him over Austin Wells. I mean, fair. Stephen Kwan, Bradley says.
Interesting.
Otani. I mean, I'm with you there, right? Otani fatigue is a thing,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm there, but God, man, I wish he was a Boston Red Sox. Yeah, absolutely, I do. Yeah, right now though, I just
What about like Tatis Jr.? What about
no. I thought about him. He can stay out in San Diego.
hmm,
I don't really. I don't wish he was on my team. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
fair?
Yeah, I don't really want anything that comes with him. Um, Bryce Harper is a good one.
Mm,
That is a good one.
yeah.
Um, Scott, I might be with you there. Bryce Harper's a good one.
What about Jazz?
I don't want him on my team. No thanks.
So what's interesting though, as Red Sox fans, so we have Contreras and we have Chapman, both guys I never liked, um, who have come to Boston and been really good players. And I mean, I do think Contreras is a bit of a drama queen, and he tends to bring a lot of things out that you don't need.
You're just saying
Um,
that, Harrison. He's not a drama queen.
oh, he's a drama queen.
You're
It's
just
bad.
saying that.
Yeah, no, it's bad. But like Chapman's been a model citizen, and then Contreras, other than being a bit of a lightning rod, has been has played well and seems to have gelled well. So it's kind of like maybe these guys aren't as bad as you think. Maybe it's just the situations that they're in, or the coverage that they get, or whatever it is. But I never expected to like either of these guys.
Yeah. A lot of hated players are hated because they aren't good teammates, and that's fine. But I'm thinking more of like, the name that we always bring up is from the Boston Bruins, Brad Marchand. Everybody couldn't stand that guy. But when he was on the ice, man, for your team, the fans loved him because he did all the dirty work, right? He did all the stuff in between. Like he was a guy that no other fan bases could stand, but he was on your team. So that was kind of where this stemmed from. But um Altuve probably is a good one, and I agree. I want Manny nowhere near my team, and that's probably the two guys I really don't like. Cam Schlitter is getting there with his tweets regarding the Sox fans.
Yeah, I don't get that. He grew up in Red Sox country. Like his family's still in Red Sox country. It was just it's careful you don't crap where you eat, man.
Yeah. And Profar is a joke.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. Don't want Devers. I'm with you, Bradley. No, thank you. We had him. Don't want him. That's why we shipped him clear across the country. If I don't like a guy, I don't want him on my team. And that's fair too. I hate Scooble, but I guess I'd like to see him in a Tigers uniform. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting one. I didn't really give you an answer, except for, I guess I can get on the Bryce Harper train. I think, I really can't stand him, but I wouldn't mind him at Fenway Park.
Let me ask a slightly adjacent question to this. Would you ever want a guy like a Trevor Bauer or a Tim Anderson on your team? Like, would you want those guys that were good but were problems on your team?
Well, Tim Anderson retired now, so officially, so I don't have to worry about that. But I know what you're saying.
Would you ever want peak Tim Anderson or peak Trevor Bauer on your team?
Maybe Bauer. Maybe just because he's only in the spotlight once every 5 days. Tim Anderson, you got to deal with every day. I mean, I'm sure you still got to deal with Bauer every day, but I think his pitching. I think his pitching was a bigger peak than Anderson's peak was.
Yeah, he's just a little less visible, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, good question. Yeah, a lot of people. I never had a problem with Bauer outrage. Fair. Does peak Trevor Bauer get to use the sticky stuff? Yes.
Sure, why not?
I wouldn't want either Bauer or Anderson on my team. That's fair. Peak Bauer never got knocked out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Good. Funny.
That's awesome.
All right. And the last one I got for you. Is Kyle Tucker's contract going to go down as the worst contract in history? It is not good this year.
Oh.
Dodgers are on the hook for $120 million when all's said and done. Will this go down as the worst contract in history? His numbers are no bueno.
And even like defensively, he hasn't even been good either. Like he hasn't been good anywhere at all, period.
And when I say no bueno, I'm talking 0.3 WAR, 96 hits, 11 home runs, 234 batting average, is driven in 54, and has stolen, wait for it, 7 bases.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you look at the contract by itself, you're probably gonna be like, nah, it's not the worst ever. When you look at the luxury tax that goes on top of it in the total package, this has to be the greatest overpay in baseball history. And it's like, and it probably won't ever be close. Because you're paying this dude 100, I think it's like 119.7 million is the total cost of Kyle Tucker for the guy to be a basically replacement level player.
Each year.
Average player.
Right. Each year it's costing them much. 2026, $1 million base, $54 million signing bonus. So $55 million total cash. And then 2027 to 2029, he gets $55 million each year. Luxury tax hit $119.9 million annually for the length of his contract, which is 4 years.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Well, and the irony of it, Joseph, is that Rendon's entire contract was $245 million. This season is $119.7 for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, after next year, you're going to have paid Kyle Tucker the same amount of money in 2 years as you paid Rendon in 7. Now, Rendon was absolutely garbage and barely played at all, but you also spread that cost over 7 years. The Dodgers are paying all this in the first 2.
And I get it, Mike, right? We knew it was an overpay, but with you add the luxury tax hit on that, you're saying Kyle Tucker's worth is $120 million.
No. The cost of Kyle Tucker is greater than the payroll of like 7 teams. The entire payroll. And you're getting a guy who's basically an average major leaguer.
Yeah.
It is absolutely stunning how bad he's been.
Yeah. Jose Cruz, you have every right to say this on our show. This is a safe space. We're with you. Kyle Tucker sucks. The Cubs shouldn't have traded Cam Smith for his bitch ass. Part of my English. So thanks for adding that in. But you're right. I mean, gross overpay. Even for the Cubs at the moment, we kind of said, we're like, are you going to get Kyle Tucker? Like the Kyle Tucker? He had an all right year in Chicago, but this dude's not worth $119 million for a single year.
Well, and what's scary is that when you look at where he's going to finish the year, he's going to set career lows in pretty much every stat. Every stat. Which is mind-boggling. This is a guy last year that hit 22 home runs, drove in 73, stole 25 bases. This year he's at 11 home runs, 54 RBIs, 7 steals. He's hitting 30 points lower. I mean, he has gone so far, and he's already matched last year's strikeout total. Like it's so bad in every category. He's not an all-star. Didn't even get consideration. No. This guy is literally for a full season is going to have his absolute worst full season ever. And this is a guy that for the last 4 years has been trending down. Mm-hmm. Like we thought this guy was going to get paid, like big time paid. He was going to be the next massive contract, and dude has fallen off a cliff. Yeah. When he finally got paid.
Yeah.
So
Jose said Cam Smith's my coworker's nephew, and that was his dream spot. They were crushed by the trade. Oh, that's terrible. That's the business at MLB, which sucks. I stopped being a lifelong Cubs fan because of that trade. I'm a free agent fan. Love it. Hop on board, man. Anybody? We got tons of fans in the chat here. So, don't do that. Don't do that. Any team but that one.
Yeah,
Jose.
don't. Yeah, root for anybody.
Yeah, the contract that caused the lockout. This one, and then you just trade Scooble in the middle on top of that. It was icing on the cake. But I agree with you, Curtis, for sure.
Yeah,
Bo Bichette, another awful one because he's what? He's worth $55 million this year.
Yeah, he's 42
or next year if he opts in.
Yeah, I want to say it's 42 annualized, but because they front loaded some of the money, it's a bigger number up front.
But obviously he's going to opt in, and it jumps up to 55.
Yeah, so 1 year 52 because they front loaded and then he's got the options for the next 2 years because they front loaded some of the money to get him to sign it. But yeah, $52 million for a guy that's sadly having a better year than Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, brutal, man. Absolutely brutal.
$119 million for a guy who's basically an average major league outfielder.
Yeah,
rough. So and a guy that honestly, I don't even think he cares.
No. I mean, yeah, laughing all the way to the bank.
Yep.
So
don't think he cares.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you mean by when is Kyle getting bumped down? What do you mean by that?
In the lineup, you mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's already down to. I don't think he's hitting near the top.
No, I want to say he was hitting sixth last I saw.
I mean, I think it also depends on the matchup because I have seen him in the 2-hole a couple times, but it's usually Shohei, Betts, Freeman. I think is how the top 3 usually go.
Yeah, so today Tucker hit 1, 2, 3, 4. He hit 6 today.
Okay.
He's been hitting 6th a lot lately that I've seen.
Yeah.
But you've got Edmund, Piqué, and the catcher position typically, or Rortvedt today behind him.
Yeah.
That the bottom of that order for these guys is not good. And Scooble lost again today, which is also fantastic.
Oh shucks. Jose says to AAA, to AA, to single A, or to community college. He makes too much money. He won't get option down. It's not an.
NIL can't absorb that.
Yep. So crazy. All right. So yeah, we have decided it so far is the worst ever.
Dollar for dollar, it's got to be the worst.
Yeah. So, would you rather deal with a Volpe or Tucker situation? That's a great question. I'll let the chat handle this one too. What are your thoughts on this, Harrison?
I'd rather deal with the Tucker situation because he was a signing, didn't work out. I'll discard him in a couple of years when the first window opens to push him out the door. Volpe, you brought him up, you groomed him, you pumped his tires. He was the second coming of Jeter. That organization pumped him up so much that to tear him back down makes them all look foolish.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, right? Like you said, you can kind of discard Tucker with no strings attached. Volpe comes with a lot of strings attached. So
you created them all. You pumped this guy up so badly that when you say no, he's not any good, it's well, you were the idiots that said he would be.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. On to trivia. Harrison did it tonight. What do you got for us tonight?
All right, I'm going to come back with another round of quotes and then some of those fun kind of the more humorous baseball explained badly ones. So we'll do some quotes. We'll come back to the baseball explained badly. Just have some fun. Put a few of these in the can, and then we'll move on to something else. But I did enjoy these. I got a lot of good feedback from you guys that you did enjoy the different types. So we'll do another round of these.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jose. We're on every Sunday, Thursdays. Come back, join us for discussions. We're here all the time, and I love it. So, thank you, appreciate it. We are the goats. I hope that's a capital G and not just the farm animal goats. But thanks, appreciate it.
We've been called worse.
I mean, that's facts, Harrison, facts. But all right, here we go.
So this another one that everybody should get, and obviously very fitting given the week that we just had. But the quote is, "If you build it, he will come. He will come." Said 1989. Said by who?
I mean, Ray Liotta said it like towards the end. But are you talking about just like the overall, like
Yeah.
when he
Who
first hears it?
who says originally? Who says if you build it, he will come? Kind of in the from the heavens.
Uh, God? I don't know. I mean, yeah, right? The voice, is that how you would say it? The voice?
It's the voice.
Okay. The
That's
voice.
that's all you got. You just got a voice.
Okay. But Ray Liotta does say it also
He does.
towards the end. So,
He does.
okay. All right, next one.
All right. Another easy one for you. Everybody knows this one. Might be one of the most famous baseball phrases ever. Let's play two, said 1969 by who?
I'm not even gonna let Jack get this one. It's Ernie Banks. Everybody knows this one already. So,
Wrong.
oh shucks.
No,
Who is
I'm
it?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yep, Ernie Banks. Yeah, everybody. I'm not even gonna let everybody get that one. So, all right, next one.
This one might actually be a little bit tricky. It's a well-known quote, but I've seen a lot of people not sure who it goes to. So the quote is, "Nice guys finish last," said in 1946 by who?
This was also in the movie 42, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's DeRocher. Right? We got, yeah, everyone's saying DeRocher in the chat.
It is. It is
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that quote is that quote is in 42, but I don't think it's in context of what it is here. But
Yeah, I don't think it's actually used right, but it's in the movie, yes.
yeah. All right.
All right, this is an incredibly controversial quote, and we'll get into why. But the quote is, "Say it ain't so, Joe," from 1920. Who said it?
So it's obviously from the Black Sox scandal.
Yep.
Because in 1919, Shoeless Joe. I don't know if I could put a name to this though. Say it ain't so, Joe. Obviously, I've heard the quote. I don't know. Joseph Greer, my mom.
My mom. That's actually not a wrong answer.
Yeah, so they're saying it's a paper headline. Michael says it was a kid to Shoeless Joe. I don't have the slightest clue on this one.
Yeah, so it's one of those well-known phrases that nobody's really sure where it came from because it likely was invented strictly to sell papers and generate a headline. So if you flip, the quote is attributed to Charlie Owens, who is a longtime writer in Chicago. And he claims that a kid made this comment to Joe as he walked by. Nobody there can attribute that to a kid. There was no kid there, according to most of them. They all believe Charlie made it up to use it as a headline because that's how he felt. But he had to give it a source, so he made up this kid.
Huh.
So the belief is it was never said. It was just typed.
Yeah. So John Temple, a couple other people saying some little kid on the street corner did Joe Jackson when he went into the courthouse. So, wow. All right. Yeah, Curtis said random kid. So everyone was kind of on the right track, but
Yep.
Huh. I did not know that. Cool. All right.
All right. One of the greatest lines of all time, for one of the greatest commercials of all time. Chicks dig the long ball. Said in 1999 by who?
Well, it can only be two guys. So I got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Maddox. I don't think Glavine said it. Right? I'm gonna go with Maddox. I'm pretty sure it was him that says it.
All right. Chat is leaning. Looks like more towards Maddox as well. So
yeah, Glavine and Maddox clearly in the commercial.
that commercial's so great too.
It's so good.
So back when it was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone's saying Maddox to Glavine. So
that is correct. It was Greg Maddox in that Nike commercial with Tom Glavine.
Okay. Yep. That's so good.
All right. One of the most legendary calls of all time happened in 1951. The quote is, "The Giants win the pennant." Who said it?
The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. So good.
Such a great one.
Mm-hmm. I do know this one. I'll let chat grab this one.
Step into it.
You know who has the best commercials right now going is the Seattle Mariners. Go on their team page, man. Their promo commercials are incredible. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, their social media person is fantastic too.
So good. Yes, it is Russ Hodges for sure. Absolutely, it's Hodges. Yeah, wrong Hodges, Michael, but close enough. Yeah, Russ Hodges. Nice. Yeah. Unreal. All right.
All right. Another incredible moment and another incredible call. The quote is, "I don't believe what I just saw. It was said in 1988, and it was said by who?"
And we'll see you tomorrow night. Also, another quote from this guy. Pretty sure. Unless I completely botched that. Yeah.
The new Giants commercial. What's a pennant?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm feeling better about my quote. Yep. The real Mr. Buck. Jack Buck, for sure. Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Kirk Gibson's homer. Man. Absolutely wild.
All right. Everybody's going to get this one wrong. And that's why I did it this way. So the quote is, 90% of this game is half mental. It was said in 1978. And it was said by who?
So if you say we're going to get it wrong, it's not Yogi Berra. Everyone's going to think it's Yogi.
It was not Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra said something kind of ish, but this quote always gets lumped in with Yogi's.
Yeah, Yogi said, like, what is it? 80% of this game is mental. The other half is physical or something like that.
Yeah, 90% of this game is mental. The other half is physical, something like that. And he's not even in his book. He even says, "I don't believe I said that necessarily that way, but it sounds like I could have."
I don't have a clue here. If it's not Yogi Berra, I no idea.
Yeah, this is not Yogi's quote. Chip Carey, that's a great one. We'll give Chad a minute. And no Scott, clue. You're right. It's always been attributed to Yogi, but it's not actually what Yogi said. It's in Yogi's book. He's pretty funny. Like, there's a number of quotes attributed to him. He's like, "I never said that. Like, they always said I did, but I never said it."
Huh. Bob Uecker, Chip Carey.
All good guesses. So let's flip it. This is Jim Wolford, who was a Brewers outfielder, who said this in 1978. And it's always been misattributed to Yogi.
Interesting. No idea. All right. Learn something new every day. Oh, Ivan just popped it up.
There it is. It's not crazy. Tony Vitello.
No.
Oh, man. All right. Another slam dunk for everybody. This should be a clean sweep. The quote is, "This is our effing city. It was said in 2013, and it was said by who?
Yeah. Still one of the like craziest on-field moments, like right after everything that went down.
Yeah, it was wild. He just grabbed the mic and was like, just went totally raw out there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Ortiz
Which
for sure.
the city needed at the time.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, David Ortiz after the marathon bombing for sure.
Yep.
Very much needed.
All right, and last one. This might trick some people. The quote is, "How can you not be romantic about baseball?" It was said in 2011, and it was said by who?
If you're a fan of the movie, he says it in here too.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Joseph, he didn't say effing say the word.
Yeah. Not on here. You guys won't be able to watch us on Thursday.
I was going to say, then they'll shut us down.
Yep. Yeah.
Michael
Jason Wood. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He stole it from this guy.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this movie. It's been a little while since I've seen this movie.
Oh, I just watched it again last week. It's so good. But
it keeps popping up on Netflix. I'm like, man, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I might go back and watch it even again. But
I gotta find a 2-hour window where I can sit there and get into it.
Yes, it is Brad Pitt, aka Billy Bean, for sure.
Yes, it is.
Yep, love it. Oh, all right. On to the next one.
I got a few technically corrections. I think I got 5 for you tonight. So what I decided to do with these is these are all famous nicknames of players, of teams, of groups. These are all describing famous nicknames. So it's Baseball Explained Badly, nickname edition.
All right.
So first quote or first clue. Named after a real region on the other side of the world, he never went. Clue number 2. The writer who coined it did not stop there. There are 9 or 10 more. The first word is a royal title he did not hold. The last word is the part that he actually did. And he was a left-handed pitcher who hit so well they made him quit pitching. What is the nickname?
Oh. Yeah.
You don't seem confident, which I like, which means it's working.
Well, the last clue got me, but it took a second for it to like hit. But I think. Yes.
All right. They're all coming in.
Yeah. Salt in the SWAT for sure. That's what I got at the nickname. Yeah.
It is the Sultan of SWAT.
Yeah. Good clues. It just took a second because I was like, it's Babe Ruth. And then I'm like, oh crap, he wants the nicknames. And I had to try to run through the clues again. yeah, still, because I just did that same exact thing. He goes, oh crap, it's nickname. Sorry, I'm done. I did the same thing. I'm like, it's Babe Ruth, and then I'm like, ah crap, I forgot all the clues.
I tried to make sure to point out the fact it was nicknames at the start because I knew you were all going to do that because I did that reading these back.
All right. So mention their nicknames before each one, just so you know we get reminded.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Clue number 1. Try to guess this nickname. Coined by a Yankee who thought the man was trying too hard. He was correct. Clue number 2. It was meant as an insult. He kept it for the next 60 years. Clue number 3. Nobody agrees which play did it. Sprinting to first on a walk or jumping at a home run that cleared him by 100 feet. And last clue. This player has more hits than anyone who has ever played the game. What is the nickname?
Yeah, I got it on the second clue. They spent some time on the documentary on that.
They did.
Yeah.
Apparently
So,
that he was obsessed with that nickname. Like loved it. Was obsessed with it.
well, I mean, honestly, that's the biggest like throwback in somebody's face when they make fun of you with a name, and you're like, you know what? Like, I love that,
Yeah.
and I'm going
And then
like,
you embrace it.
yeah, that's the like, yeah, it's absolutely everyone's got it. It's Charlie Hustle for sure. Yeah.
Yep. So it's actually coined by Whitey Ford back in 1963 during a spring training game.
Wow.
And they thought they were insulting him, and Pete Rose embraced that and lived with that nickname forever.
Yep. Love it. Talk about your ultimate backfires.
Yeah. All right. This is a classic. So, baseball explained badly, nickname. Clue number 1. What is the nickname? It is a compliment about being skinny. Clue number 2. It was handed to him by the same writers he spent his whole career refusing to speak to. Clue number 3. He had 2 other nicknames he liked better, one about his age, one about the game itself. And he was the last man to hit 400. It has been more than 80 years. What is the nickname?
Yeah. Got this one, no doubt. We're giving the chat a second. Ed's already chimed in here. Of course he has, being this team's fan. Yeah, splendid splinter. Faux show.
That it is.
Yep.
And they coined that name because he was thin like a splinter.
Yeah.
The other nicknames were obviously, the kid, Teddy Ballgame. But yeah, splendid splinter.
Yeah, he was an all right hitter, I think. Maybe. Not really sure though.
All right, here we go. Baseball explained badly with the next nickname. Again, nicknames. Clue number 1. It started as sarcasm from a teammate who had heard quite enough about him. Clue number 2. The sarcasm curdled into an actual compliment almost immediately. 3 swings, 3 pitches, 3 home runs, 1 World Series game. The teammate stopped joking. The same man announced he was a straw that stirs the drink. What is the nickname?
Yeah. I mean, layup here too.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to balance. I don't want to go too hard because it's newer and have everybody be like, these are terrible. I can't get them.
Yeah. I like it that it's so weird because like when we release them as reels, people are like, oh, that was an easy one. That was a layup. And like, I was like, yeah, the first few of these we put out, we try to keep them easy before we ramp up the difficulty. But I mean, everybody in the live chat already knows all these anyways. But yeah, Mr. October for sure.
It is Mr. October. So it was coined sarcastically by Thurman Munson, who was kind of tired of Reggie's theatrics and drama. And then he hit the 3 home runs and he was like, oh crap.
Open
Whoops.
mouth, insert foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This is a good one. Baseball explained badly, nicknames. Give me the nickname. Clue number 1. 2 sports writers have claimed credit and neither can prove it. Clue number 2. One version. A rookie who had not learned anyone's name and greeted every human being identically. Clue number 3. Names that lost out include Willie the Wonder and the Minneapolis Marvel. Clue number 4. This is the man who made the catch in the 1954 World Series. What is the nickname?
Yeah. I mean, last clue is a dead giveaway, but
yep.
The third slide's where I got it.
Yeah, because the backstory to this nickname. I mean, it's one of those things like I don't think a lot of people know where the nickname came from. You know, they know it, but they don't know what what the purpose of it was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you guys all got it. Is the say
Yep.
hey kid for sure.
Yeah, so it was originally credited to Barney Kremenko or Jimmy Cannon. I'm not sure who said it, but literally they just told the kid, "Hey, just say hey to everybody." So he became the say hey kid because he didn't know any names. And that's all he said was hey.
Huh. Well, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. All right, this will be a fun one. So, baseball explained badly. Nicknames. Give me the nickname. Clue number 1. It is regional slang for beer. Clue number 2. He earned it in high school in Mississippi. He earned it thoroughly. Clue number 3. It has nothing to do with pitching, machinery, or his arm. And last clue, a Red Sox starter of the mid 1980s, never once accused of being calm. What is the nickname?
I got this one. I'll see if they got this one.
Yeah, I never knew the story to this nickname.
Yeah. I didn't know the first clue that it was like that's what it was called.
Yep.
But yeah, you can't fool this chat, Harrison. They're too
I know
good.
these guys are professionals. Silix, nope, I'm wrong. Never mind.
Yeah. Oil can Boyd. You guys all got it for sure.
Yeah, Dennis Oil Can Boyd. So that is apparently Mississippi slang for beer.
Mm-hmm. Sure. It's not why he was called Oil Can, but that's fine. We'll go with that story.
All right. Next one. Baseball explained badly. Nicknames. Give me the nickname. Clue number 1. It was coined by a broadcaster who nicknamed roughly half the roster. Clue number 2. The same broadcaster gave a smaller teammate a miniature version of the same name. Clue number 3. It describes what he did to the baseball. The pitcher was fine. The baseball was not. Clue number 4. 6'5", White Sox, back-to-back MVPs in the early 90s. What is the nickname?
Trying to think of who the miniature version was. Huh.
I'll give you the miniature version of it.
Okay. Yeah, everyone's got it. It is the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, for sure.
Yeah.
But by Hawk.
from Ken Hawk Harrelson, who nicknamed literally everybody.
Yeah.
So the Little Hurt was Craig Graybeck.
Okay.
Yeah. So Craig Graybeck was the Little Hurt. Because if you're gonna have the Big Hurt, you might as well have the Little Hurt with it. So Craig Graybeck got that one.
Man.
And the two of those guys side by side on the right side of the infield is hilarious.
Yep.
That's funny. I even got it. Yeah, Craig Graybeck was a Little Hurt.
Funny.
I guess I got more than 5 of these, so we'll keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So baseball explained badly. Nicknames. Give me the nickname. Clue number 1. Named after a cartoon that had been in theaters for 3 months. Clue number 2. Scoring from second, he leapt sideways over the catcher's tag, twisted in midair, and reached back to touch the plate. Clue number 3. Greg Maddux and Joe Torre argued he had run out of the baseline. The run counted anyway. And clue number 4. A round Giants third baseman who won a World Series MVP. What is the nickname?
Yeah, I got this one, but I didn't think they had crossed careers there. That's crazy. I didn't think he was that long ago. But yeah, everyone's got it. Kung Fu Panda for sure. Pablo Sandoval.
Kung Fu Panda.
Wow.
Yeah, so the nickname started way back in 08.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that World Series in this house. Sorry, Joseph.
Yeah. Dang. Good one.
All right. Baseball explained badly. Nicknames. Give me the nickname. Clue number 1. The movie reference is doing absolutely no work here. Clue number 2. It works almost entirely because of his first name. Clue number 3. He did a backflip on the way to his position on purpose in a real game repeatedly. Clue number 4. 13 gold gloves at shortstop in St. Louis. What is the nickname?
I mean, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, and Ed, he was awful as a member of the Red Sox. Kung Fu Panda was awful.
Did he
In
even?
Boston, he became the Kung Pao Panda.
Yeah. What were even his stats? He didn't even play.
Don't look it up.
Right?
It's terrible.
Now I'm just curious. I know they were awful, but God, he was here for 2.5 years.
I know.
Oh, 10 homers, 47 RBIs. He hit 245. He played 3 games in 2016. 2017, he came back and played 32 before we shipped him back to San Francisco.
Yep. More like Kung Pao Sloth.
Oh my God, man. Crazy. But yeah, this is obviously the Wizard of Oz for sure.
Yep. This Ozzie Smith guy looks like he's probably pretty good.
Oh, that would have been a good one. He never played in Seattle, aka the Emerald
Oh,
City.
nice. Yeah, that was
Good one, John. That's a good one. Yeah, Wizard of Oz for sure.
All right. This is a fun one. Might be a little tricky. So, Baseball Explained Badly nicknames. Clue number 1. Researchers cannot find a single person from the era who actually used it. Clue number 2. It belongs to 2 different 19th century teammates, and nobody can say who had it first.
Tie Pockets Kelly.
Clue number 3. A Mariners broadcaster dug it up in 2009 and handed it to an outfielder as a compliment. And clue number 4. The most dramatic phrase ever invented to say a man was good at catching fly balls. What is the nickname? This one's hard. I remember it not from 2009, but from previous.
I don't have a clue. Michael says death to flying things. And that's, I mean, Forrest first turned me on to that one.
That would be correct.
That's that. Yep.
Yeah, death to flying things. So Bob Ferguson and Jack Chapman, it was brought back for Franklin Gutierrez in 2009. The Mariners brought it back to life.
Wow. Dang. And that is it. Wow. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I forgot all about that until like Michael said it. And I was like, yes. Duh.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Yep. But all right. Well, we are pretty much 2.5 hours in. We got anything else that we missed or what?
I'll make one comment. They updated the MLB farm system rankings, and the Dodgers are back to number 1.
After getting rid of their prospects for Tarek Skubal.
Yep.
Got it. And the Brewers hanging on to Jesus Mate. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the Dodgers are 1, the Rays are 2, the Brewers are 3, the Cardinals are 4, and the Giants are 5.
All right. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think of these things anymore. I will say the Red Sox fell way back, which they should have, considering all the prospects they traded. But where did they end up? They were 24th. They're left
Yeah.
with 2 top 100s in Franklin Arias, who's number 3, and Justin Gonzalez, who's 79. Otherwise, they emptied everybody in between.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph, I'm with you on that. That's why I didn't kind of comment on it. There's no way in my eyes that Dodgers should be number one there when the Brewers held on to everybody. Like there's no I don't get it. I don't
The
either way.
Dodgers still have 6 players in the top 100.
Which means they didn't give enough up, which we know they didn't give enough up on first go.
Yeah.
No.
They have 6 in the top 100. Tampa has 5 in the top 100. Milwaukee has 5 in the top 100. St. Louis has 3 in the top 100. San
Yeah.
Fran's got 5 in the top 100.
Yeah.
So,
Silix, great question. Why didn't Sal Stewart punch anyone in the face the other night? I don't know. I would have.
he should have.
Yeah. Was it twice? Once over his head and then got hit in the head and like close to the face. Like it wasn't even in the head. Like it was around the face region. I don't know how he held it together, but I'm with you. I don't know. Chad asked, did you see the 30 for 30 on Otani's translator? Either we may actually learn what happened or ESPN is trying way too hard to explain this away. I didn't even know that one came out. Again, like I'm not brushed up on ESPN because I just don't, but crazy. Didn't the Tigers move up in that trade? I would imagine they moved up a little bit on the prospect list.
I mean, they would have. Yeah. So where are the Tigers now? Yeah, I didn't see. I know they were working on one. Yeah, the Tigers moved from 19 to 13.
Yeah. So, yeah, Michael not happy with that 21 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it. Did we talk about the Oklahoma Little League team cheating? We haven't. And
We
I've
didn't.
only looked at it briefly. Did they pull from other districts? Was that what
Yes.
the issue was there?
Yeah, they've had players on the team, several that were from outside of their district. So they kind of like consolidated and made a super team to then enter into the tournament.
Gotcha.
Weird how super teams, that's considered cheating in Little League Baseball, but not anywhere else.
They retroactively altered game changer data to hide player participation and attempted to manipulate the records. So they went
deep.
Wow. So this wasn't like, hey, I'm living at my dad's house that's out of town. Like this was, where I started and then I moved. This was legit them going back and pulling. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they had one player, they caught one player clearly outside of the district, which is what then began the investigation. They realized, oh, wait, not only is he out of the district, he's also older. And then there's other players they found out. Then the whole thing just imploded. And what's interesting enough is that they did the same thing to their softball team like weeks prior. They had multiple players that did not provide sufficient information to prove they lived in the boundary. So in both the girls softball and the boys baseball, Tulsa got disqualified for cheating for the same thing.
That's crazy. Silix says one kid didn't even live in the state. That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even close.
Yikes.
So he was granted an exemption based on some claim that he had a sibling in the league, and the whole thing was garbage. And it went, the parents tried to block it with a restraining order, and then the court threw that out, and then what a disaster.
It's freaking Little League, man. Come on.
So so investigations went further actually into the Oklahoma tournament, that there were 3 teams competing in the Oklahoma State tournament. 2 of those teams were ineligible based on Little League rules.
So they cost that. But wait, there's more.
Yeah. I mean, they were running illegal teams throughout their tournaments.
So the team that probably lost, that did it legally, gets shafted and they don't get to move on.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. A sibling
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
playing in a Special Olympics league for that the
Yeah.
town didn't even
Little
have.
League has what they call the Challenger League, which is exactly that. It's for disabled. They said that the sibling was playing in that doesn't exist. It's bad. Like and they did the same.
Wow.
So they did the same thing with softball. They did the same sort of cheating. They brought kids in from way outside of the area.
I mean, I can see if you have split residence, right? It's like say your parents are split, you're living in different towns. But even then, like during the year, you have to be in a little league organization. Like you have to be in a little league to be put on an all-star team, correct? For that town?
I mean, you're supposed to, but they basically said, "Hey, look, we're gonna do things a little differently and try to stack the deck and make a run."
Yeah, Bradley. I mean, yeah, another reason my kids don't
Yeah.
play travel ball. These people are ridiculous. And all they want, it's who was talking about it the other day? Oh, Jeff Passan was with Matt
Oh
Barnes.
yeah.
I love that all smoke baseball. Like he actually asked great questions to the people he has on.
Yep.
As a basketball player, like he knows a lot about baseball. But
He
anyways,
does.
Passan was talking about how travel baseball is probably the worst thing for your kid because they're all looking at the money. They're looking at the business part. He's like, as soon as baseball became a business, it's lost sense of the game. And I have never agreed with Jeff Passan more than that statement that he made. I was like, I mean, he's right.
Yeah. Nailed it.
As soon as it became a business, you've lost every essence of what baseball is supposed to be. So baseball is supposed to be accessible to everybody. You need a glove. That's it. I'll bring a bat. I'll bring the balls. Like, just bring a glove. That's it. That's all you need. Not anymore. Absolutely insane. But I mean, there's no excuse for that. And all you're doing, you're not even cheating the other teams in the Little League tournament. You're cheating your own kids. You're showing them that it's okay to do this. You're teaching them such a terrible lesson.
And what's worse, based on the reports, is that the parents of the other kids didn't know. So their kids just got disqualified and sent home, and they're like, "We had no idea this was going on. We didn't realize these kids didn't belong here." So like
Like
now,
the kids on their team.
yeah, they're like their teammates. They played,
Oh,
everybody played
Jesus.
this off as these were kids from the league, no big deal. So like now they're removing the district administrator, the region director, the tournament people, because everybody basically pushed this forward. And the parents of the boys that didn't realize are like, we had no idea. And our kids just had their summer ruined. And we spent all this money on
Wow.
travel to get disqualified. So like this is gonna be lawsuits flying around. This is gonna be wild down in Tulsa. They've
Wow.
asked Little League to step in. They want to press charges. Like it's bad. It's bad.
Get me the H out of there then.
Yeah,
All set with that.
run away. But it's bad. And they did the same thing with softball. Like Oklahoma's a mess.
Yikes.
And yes, so it's the parents. It's absolutely the parents. In this case, it's only some of the parents.
I mean, there's just no excuse for that.
It's terrible.
That is gross.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. But
yep.
All right. I mean, Ivan, kind of have to be that way, right? I don't buy that anyone involved was ignorant to what was going on. Call me a pessimist, but I ain't buying it. I mean, if you're a parent and you've seen your kid play in the summer, like I said, regular league, you're going to see these other kids on the other teams. You're going to know who they were. Like all my Little League All-Star teams, all the parents knew who I was. All my parents knew who the other players were, because even if they weren't on my team, right? So like, yeah, I kind of don't buy that either. So
I mean,
yeah.
I think the problem is Tulsa, Oklahoma is a big area. And this is one of their little leagues. It's a big little league. There's 400,000 people in Tulsa.
Yeah, so they probably split it into different districts.
So
and then
I think this is one of those where you can probably sneak a kid onto a team and it's like, oh, maybe we just haven't seen him. I mean, I'd like to believe that the parents were not completely in the dark on this because it'd be hard to not know. But at the same time, like it's possible they didn't. Tulsa's not a small area.
I get, but even then, like Portland's the biggest city in Maine, right? And they had four. I think they had four. They had Portland North, Portland East, Portland South, Portland West. They just split the city into four.
Yep.
And that was it. So I don't know. That's crazy.
Mean, you think you'd ask some questions about like, oh, who are these kids? But maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. That's wild.
But either way, it's bad. Like these are parents committing like full scale fraud.
Yeah.
And getting restraining orders against the league to try to hide it over a friggin' little league tournament.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with people?
That's crazy. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. Another fantastic episode. Thanks to all of you. You guys are absolutely amazing. Love each and every one of you and what you bring to the show. Every episode. We couldn't do this without you. So thank you so much. Thank you for the people that showed up for the first time and discovering us. That was really cool. Again, I'm going to keep teasing it, but we have something that Harrison and I are working on that is possibly going to be really big. And we can't wait to share the news with you when we can. It's coming, but just hang tight. Just a little bit longer. All right. Can you guys do that for us? We're excited. We're pumped. We want to share it, but we're going to wait. Until then, we will see you Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're around Wednesday, catch us on Clearing the Bases. I will post it to the page. That's also at 9 p.m. Where I'm on with Romantic About Baseball, NYMLB Talk, and I always forget Lorenzo's.
Big League Takes.
Big League Takes. Thank you. My goodness. Really appreciate that, Harrison. So anyways, even Mom's giving me lip here. Hey, well, it better be soon. Well, just hang tight. We will drop the news to everybody. So my mom doesn't even know. So there's that. But yes, so you can check me out on Wednesday night. Then we'll be back on with Harrison on Thursday, and maybe depending on ready to drop the news then. So we'll see what happens. But either way, see ya 9 p.m. Thursday.